Kai, man, shout out to the trenches that be watching, enlightening themselves. You know, peace to the high vibrational human beings that be watching. I know I got a couple emails from white people hit me up. They're like, you don't like white people? They're like, do you HATE white people? And I was like, man, I don't even got that word in my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got nothing against nobody based upon the pigmentation of their skin, unlike a lot of you white people do. See, we ain't never been like that. And I'm not gonna lower my frequency to match your frequency because y'all racist. I'll never be what you are. See what I'm saying? But I fuck with all the high vibrational white people. But I don't call y'all white people. I call y'all by y'all species name, human beings. I call you what you are. You know? And to the white people that the human beings vibrate low this racist, y'all can eat a dog with a dick on a Saturday for all I give a fuck, you feel me? It's war with me. It'll never change. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how white people stand stuff there. Straight up. Wrong YouTube channel. Well, feel good to finally get to this live lecture. I wanted to push it back, y'all. I had to push it back. You know, we've been had this schedule, but if you notice, I gave a couple other lessons. Went into this one because the way I had this lecture originally scheduled, I had already spoke about the native tribes. You know what I'm saying? I had already spoke about the native tribes, so I ain't want to like go back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to do it like that, so I had to space this one out. Now that it was spaced out with a few lectures in between, we can get up in there like I want to. Shout out to White Roots today. Thank you. Gaseous Clay on the scene and per usual. How y'all feeling, man? My vibrations high as usual. It's just, you know, it's a real life war, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it be a war just to give y'all information, man. It'd be crazy for me, man.
I think this is yours.
You feel me?
My hero. I can't thank you enough.
Cause I know motherfuckers be out here. Just some people get the lit information, but a lot of people just this shit don't really be. Boy, you ain't ready to kill nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's okay if you're not like that. You know, I am like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay if you're not like that. I'm not under no police, no law, no nothing. I've been lawless. It's been fuck the police. Anybody been watching, you know that from day one. So it ain't gonna never change. I'm really just tired of them. You know, I am, y'all. Like, my fucking mom meter is like, it's gone. It's exploded. You feel me? You know? But I got Shango energy with me. That's all that is. That's that Shango energy on me right now. You feel me? You know? Real. Yeah, I want y'all to go ahead and make yourselves comfortable though, man. I know y'all just getting in here, man. So, give y'all time to pile in. I'm gonna take off without you. Go on Twitter, let me know we live. Screen at me. If you want to stream, go do your thing, okay? Tag me, tag the university, the official UCR on Instagram, tag all that. Let motherfuckers know we live. Feel me? If you on the website, definitely go on the forum, let them know we live on YouTube. You feel me? As far as those be like I told you, you can't trust no time I post. If I post the time, don't trust it. Just know we gonna go around that frame. Because like I say, the attacks that come at me for waking y'all up, you don't understand, it's the next level. I'm talking about these fallen angels be working overtime, you feel me? See, they don't be attacking you physically. They be all mental and spiritual attacks. That's how they become. So, make sure they're set up the correct way. But I love pleasure deeply, you know what I'm saying? I love the whole universe, you feel me? I love the planet, I love our species, and I love what we've done, and that's why I like to get on here every Sunday and remind these motherfuckers of what we done, no matter how much they try to hide it from us or try to hide it from y'all. See, a lot of us just don't know our greatness, you know what I'm saying? So we live a different way. We don't be knowing our greatness. We just, a lot of us just not starting to meditate. Like that's a new thing, like the last year. You see what I'm saying? Well, that's like having a newborn though. It's like an infant coming into the realm, and the mom don't get a baby no milk, no breast milk, or nothing till he like 10. You like, damn, like people been feeding him the moment he came, right? That's how it is with us meditating and being in tune with the angelic realms, the spiritual realms. Our ancestors, when I speak about those reaches are part of our ancestors. So all the angelic forces, that's part of our ancestors. So when I was telling y'all last week, when I was like, hey, you got your ancestors, you got Orishas, you got all different types of divine beings, cosmic forces.
That's nice. You didn't tell me we were double
Keep in mind that these are all ancestral lineages, you know what I'm saying? Except for the extraterrestrial races. Because all the extraterrestrial races, the blue avians, the Lyrians, Nomos, Nagas, a lot of them, and that's, we created them anyway. But I'm talking about the cosmic forces, these divine beings of light, you know what I'm saying? You got entities out there that is pure light. Pure gamma radiation, nothing else. Never took on a vessel, never stepped on no planet, no realm.
Yeah, sure. Sounds nice and secluded.
Those beings come from us. Everything comes from us. We are connected at the deepest level.
And we all like our
and that's what we remember. And they don't like it, y'all. Like, I go through hell right now on Instagram, bitch ass. They whole ass still got me blocked. I've been blocked 2 months ago. I've been officially blocked since last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, y'all deleted the whole page at 60K. The new page hit 30K. They can't take it. They shut them down. You know why? Because I am him. I am him. That's why. I mean, it ain't nothing new because, Meta did it first. Facebook. YouTube ain't been on there. YouTube been chilling. As long as I don't speak. As long as I don't say the human-made medical terminology that they use for the hot sauce 19, they ain't been fucking with me. But we be on the website, we lit. We on the website lit. The website, y'all gotta go join the website, www.uci.online. Because I'm telling you, I can see that's where it's going. Eventually, I ain't gonna be on, I'm gonna be completely, Rashad Jamal will be completely silent on social media, nigga. That's how you gotta know, like, that's why I don't care what a motherfucker say. You know what I'm saying? What motherfuckers say about God. Just sit back and look at how they handle me. You ain't got really shit on that bitch in front of your face. Fuck what I'm saying. But look at how they react to what I'm saying. Not y'all. I'm talking about the system. Putting fake cases on niggas. Sending an army in my crib. I used to send an army to nigga crib that last August. Send an army to nigga crib off an allegation. Like, damn, what happened to hitting the deputy sheriff or something? What happened to the proper judicial proceeding? Not with the God, nigga. They send the forces. See what I'm saying? Because they know I am him. Nigga, that's why. You feel me? And if I ain't gonna do this YouTube channel, I'll turn all the way the fuck up on this bitch. So I'll be happy to be cool. See what I'm saying? And that's hard for me to do. Y'all gotta work. I'm just saying, y'all gotta work with me. It's hard for me to not just. You know what I'm saying? It's like now we trying to tone it down because, motherfuckers get scared and they get. It's the energy though. I don't talk about shit, nigga. They been killing us, man. That's why it's like. You gotta understand where I'm coming from when I'm coming with it though. Them motherfuckers get this shit, it's a joke. It's one thing to learn some shit and then you teach it to others and you teaching this shit all nice, nigga. What we being nice about? And there's no other way to deliver this shit if you know what the fuck is going on. You feel me? Then they some bitches because they ass always wanna hide behind they whole ass law. You feel me? And like I say, I'm one God. If it's blessing, send one motherfucker. You gotta send the whole United States Marshals for one nigga. I'm one small man, nigga. You feel me? They call us man, right? One small man, nigga. You hear me? Like, y'all bitch ass out of here. Because they already know. Y'all gonna beat the shit out of them boys. You gonna need the whole everything, nigga. Because when they slid to my creek, nigga, they said Clayton County, nigga. It wasn't just them. It was the U.S. Marshals, nigga. Clayton County. Those that let them know about Clayton County, you know how they coming. You know how they play. You feel me? Oh, man. All this shit. Why this fat bitch over there helping their ass, keeping my son from me. All that. It's with me. It's like all these are the sacrifices, man, that I made, the disconnect from the Matrix. You feel me? These are sacrifices. That's why I'm like, Sometimes I don't even read the comment sheet because I've been in found the nigga IP address and slid for real. You know what I'm saying? I be having to remember like this shit be the internet for a lot of individuals. I've been violent my whole life. So this ain't the internet with me. If anything, I found out who we violent with. Anybody know me gonna tell you like, yeah, we glad he found his way because that nigga was on his way to everywhere but here. You feel me? So it's different, and they know it. That's why it's not that I be telling y'all the truth. It's the fact they know I'm gonna do something. You see what I'm saying? Like, just telling them, he like, so yeah, nigga, because I had a solid support energy. I got to give a lecture on my website about how solid gangster she was, how they try to hang who she was. They don't, nigga, if it's listen to solid gangster, listen to all the Black Panther 21, nigga. Nobody was more wanted than a she's 74 today in Cuba, and they still want her. They split her to the FBI terrorist. She's the only woman on that bitch. So, let alone goddess, rather. Correct me, excuse me, all my apologies. She's a goddess. She's the only goddess on there, and only driven against the other Russian motherfucking scientists who they pretending to look for. You know? This is a fact. This shit is so deep. You know, and you gotta remember, COINTELPRO pros at all time. Somebody had hit me and said, man, you gotta be careful with the link ups, guy. You know they infiltrated. Listen, I wish one of y'all bitches would pull up to the rap and try to snake me, G. Y'all gonna die right there, and you're not gonna transcend the ring. You're gonna stay in that ring with disembodied soul. Because I'm a divine entity. It's a difference. It's a difference. You feel me? It's a difference, nigga. I ain't teach jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know? The time will shoot better than I can. So I don't be worried about linking up with the guys in the university. Because I'm the last thing I worry about is motherfucker trying to MLK me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even be worried about that. I'm not out here playing, nigga. You see what I'm saying? I'm not out here playing. I'm not out here playing at all. So I don't think it's sweet. You probably playing. You see what I'm saying? You gonna get your ass played with. You feel me? At the end of the day, we linking up again, 2/22/22. That's the next week update, because that's a huge portal that day. So that's when we're linking up. Hey, any CIA agents want to shut up to that's the next problem. You see what I'm saying? You gonna get your ass played with. You feel me?
36 flow.
At the end of the day, we linking up again, 2/22/22. That's the next week update, because it's a huge portal that day. So that's when we linking up. Hey, any CIA agents want to pull up, feel free to pull up. I told y'all I'm 13. You feel me? Any government official, feel free to pull up. They can put the slappers on the roof. That shit ain't gonna work. Gun gonna jam. You see what I'm saying? It's like that right now. Feel me? So, you just know, I ain't gotta watch you. I got high forces watching. You see, we see your thoughts. We know what you're gonna do before you think about it. So I ain't worried about that. Ain't no Yahweh, be Yahweh, and me, no Dr. York, none of that shit. That's why when they bitch ass said come here, I ain't came no motherfucking where, nigga. Feel me? It's been coming in since August, nigga. I ain't going nowhere, nigga. Y'all know where I stay. Like I said, I'm gonna go somewhere, nigga. But it will never be in a cell. I will never be out to the United States of America on no level. Under no condition. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck who else is doing. That's them. I had told my wife that shit on this shit. Separate, go our different ways, so I don't want you, I don't want to put you in the middle with no heat, because I know I'm standing. I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers back there. Every time I look up, niggas turning themselves in, niggas fine. That's what's wrong now. The niggas scared. Every time the police get involved, which is the enemy number one, that's protecting the interests of the establishment, niggas can plot, nigga. That's the whole point I'm making right there. Niggas comply because motherfuckers think they need us. You are old God. What are you complying for? Because you scared. You feel like, hey, you know what? It's better for me to comply and just pull on over. Because I ain't trying to die today. See what I'm saying? You don't believe it. You think this is where it ends for you. Your moves and your thoughts and your goals and your dreams is predicated on fear, nigga. That's how they got us where we are today. And I get it. I know how it is. So when one of us stand up, they get the movement going, right? Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, MLK, see what I'm saying? The Black Panthers, bro, just keep naming in the 20th century. And then they kill them. Everybody gets shook. That's where the saying come from, you kill the head, the body fall.
Thank you.
Right?
The bureau.
But it's in that type of thinking where you are basically complying, slavery. That's what Kanye West told niggas, man. I think I'm the only one agree with him. He said slavery was a choice. This shit a choice. Now we going through the grand awakening. Everybody want information. Everybody want to know the truth, but you're not ready to die for the truth. You're not ready to stand on 10 toes for what comes when the truth is revealed, though. Do you know what the truth is?
No.
The truth is, they're going to kill you and your kids until you kill them and their kids. That's the cold hard truth. The truth is there will never be no change until we get gangster and take this bitch the right way. That's the truth. I mean, look at social media. Even when we get on here and just talk, we just talking, y'all. Fact check. Censorship. Blocking niggas' pages. Kicking motherfuckers off like the whole night. They showing you. They don't want you to know nothing. And you ain't even getting physical. So you damn if you do, damn if you don't. So what we got to lose? What we got to lose? What do you have to lose? You have everything to gain. But see, you being so selfish, you're not even thinking about the generations that ain't got here yet. We doing this for them. This shit ain't about us. You see what I'm saying? This shit was about us before we got here. You know what it was about this generation in 1920? But the ancestors that was on the planet at that time was moving like some bitches. You see what I'm saying? Like straight cows. So they was scared dead. And that's how we got here today. That's why we still here today.
Look out!
See, that's the last thing I'm gonna do. The mind ain't gonna be able to look back and be like, my granddaddy was no bitch. They gonna be like, man, my granddaddy was him. He was on that. You feel me? He like, nigga, we making a change by any means necessary for real. Cause you can't never think you gonna make no change and they ain't gonna apply no pressure. They gonna apply pressure with death or jail. That's their pressure tactics. It ain't change. That's the only tactics they got.
You got lucky.
You scared to go to jail and you scared to leave the rim. But that ain't real though. Do you remember who you are? Remember who you are, man. You're powerful beyond measure. But when you living out here, you ain't shit. I hope you know that. I don't know how a lot of y'all even be sleeping good around this bitch at night. You know, then niggas we gonna open it up the right way, but we be pre-looting right now. Right now, we gonna get to the singing bowl, we do the whole thing, but nigga, we pre-looting right now. Then you have one of the King Palms, please. Thank you, beautiful reflection. We pre-looting right now. Shout out to White Brunts. If you roll that thing up. If you don't smoke, just don't judge us. You feel me? A disclaimer. We doing disclaimer moment. If you don't like black people, leave now. If you don't like intelligent young black guys like myself that started off in the hood, but now he out the hood, leave now. Some of y'all, you can't relate. You want me to deliver this shit the way you want me to deliver it. I don't know what you talking about. I don't know how you been living. Feel me? I come from crack valves on the pavement. Trials and tribulations, like I just said on my album. You know what I'm saying? Different situations led to trials and tribulations. Crack valves on the pavement. You feel me? The homie dropping forth the mercy sins on King David. I come from that, so I can only talk from what I come from. And before I came from that, I was in the Astros. See? I was in the Astros school in 8th universe. Divine insight. I was cool and just teaching. But I had to come back here because the planet's still fucked up. And I signed up for it. He did too. That's why we can't be tripping and complaining. Niggas can't be complaining. I can't believe I signed up for this. You signed up for this to make a change. You can sign up for it to stay the same. That's why it's hard on you. Because you ain't made no change. You signed up for some shit and you ain't fulfilled what you signed up for. And you wonder why life don't feel right to you. Because you signed up. You did. I ain't make you do it. Nobody in the actual rooms made you do it. We was all on Zylandia. You just don't remember. And they was like, hey, we need a batch of spiritual assassins to go down to Kai and free the planet. Because the reptilians don't want to let them go. And niggas raised their hand. Wasn't just me, it was all of y'all.
Now.
Don't shoot.
And then niggas get here, they hit us with the nanobot technology, the moment of player inception. Why the doctor be right there, as soon as you come out your mama womb, be right there.
Anything to you, please.
Ready to get you, see what I'm saying? Like I said, they don't even want to give you, y'all done heard, they hit you with the shoulder. They don't even want to give you the moms. They trying to go off to the next room with you immediately so they can jab you. Make you remember, bleach your soul of its memories. You signed up for this. Don't be bitch talking about class like this. What we gonna do? What are you gonna do? We all ain't got the same assignment now. We all got the same mission. We all got the same mission statement. Free planet top, but we all got different gifts. So now, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna use your gift to enact change? It's a team. See what I'm saying? It's a team. We can't rely on no one individual to do nothing. I'm playing my part. You gotta play your motherfucking part. If you scared to die, leave the live now, nigga. We ain't got time for no cowards. You already did, nigga. Look, have you looked at the food shelf lately? Are you paying attention to the stores?
Let's go. You drive, I'll get a shot.
Niggas think this food shortage a game. Y'all better get y'all some generators. Better get you a lot of water. Get your crystal game right.
Get us right up alongside that limo.
Solar flare is still in the air. Why you think China
Come on, let me see the
making it fake sun? Y'all know I'm gonna touch on that. I saved it clean for you too. I saved it clean for you too. I ain't supposed to even say nothing about it. I've been saying it. I knew about it, but they let the motherfucker go. Because you gotta understand that ain't even the sun that China created. And stop thinking China is separate from the USA. They the same motherfucker. Stop thinking Great Britain, Queen Elizabeth, and the Royals are separate from the USA and China and Russia. They're the same motherfuckers.
Silicone slathered for nothing. She looks like a bloodhound in a wind tunnel. God, I love her. Oh, man. No
Miss, leave it all that China, Japan, Russia, USA shit.
Yeah.
Call a spade a motherfucking spade.
You know, look at day over.
Reptilians, aliens, hierarchy, human being.
We done yet?
When we say elite, we're not calling you bitches elite because y'all more elite than us. We call y'all the elite because y'all are the elite of the human being race, them 13 bloodlines that sold out your own human being race. See, we not human beings. Y'all both sold us out. You know? You got the, I think it's upstairs, you grab it for the ground. Y'all both said fuck us.
Shit, he's getting the money.
I get it. That's the way you were programmed.
Forget Miranda.
When Zeus and Satan created you, he created you to destroy us. So it's up. I get it. It's up and it's stuck. And it ain't gonna never come down. You hear? That's cool. This is some cosmic shit. But why do you treat your own human beings like that?
Not again.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, you really ain't helped.
We ain't never did that to ours. Ain't no hierarchy. We was all one until they divided us.
Man, I know. I'm
See what I'm saying? Until they divided like motherfuckers. One big cake. We was one big beautiful cake. They came in with the knife. See what I'm saying? All these titles. You see what I'm saying? Slices us down, trying us to 32 different mini cakes.
What an amateur. Uh-oh.
Appreciate you.
Okay, buddy, let's get out of here. I'm already late.
Hear me clearly or don't hear me at all.
Small parking lot by the cafe.
We talk about the Mississippians today. You know what I'm saying? So this the energy we on anyway.
Look after my people. But your people.
But y'all see what China got going on, right?
If this is your bike, then I'm the fucking Pope, dog.
And now you gonna see why they censoring me. They know I be on their ass. I be doing all their little tricks of the trade.
Deserve answers.
Seen it all, but seen it already. That's why I started teaching publicly. Every lecture is preparing you for the ultimate judgment day. That's exactly what it is. Judgment day. Only difference is the sky not gonna open and you ain't gonna see no white ass Jesus or no Muhammad or Buddha, none of them motherfuckers. You judging your days with all the seeds you planted. And decisions had to be made last year. You made your decision last year. When we went through that Lions portal August and our last August, I told you we absorbed it fully with our neuromelanin. Decisions was made right then and there. Stop trying to save y'all family and all that shit. Fuck them. Your family is right here, your cosmic family. You ain't gotta save us. We on the same shit you on. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gotta tell us nothing. Cosmic family, we know what it is. You see what I'm saying? We family. Right here. We the family. We all we need. We don't need nothing else. See what I'm saying? See that family title, it's just like Matrix Resurrections. I was telling y'all. What's what they showed you with the Trinity. They have a husband and a whole family. Didn't it? And look how it did her. And look what family has done to you. Same way, you like Trinity right now. But my auntie raised me. So I don't want to turn my back on her. You know, she raised me. You thinking I'm just some nigga on YouTube. That's what your family gonna tell you. Don't listen to that nigga that greased up nigga on YouTube. I raised you. Just like Trinity husband and her kids did when it was time for her to make that decision. And they popped up in there. You look in the sky and you let me know who your family is. See what I'm saying? Your family here. We here. We here. You see China over there. They listen. USA trying to make something they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. See how they do with titles. China just made a new sun. Do you really think them human beings? Because Chinese. Let's go back to the basics of the universe of cosmic intelligence. What are the 5 human being races, species, y'all? Caucasians, Asians, Dravidians, Mexicans, and Arabs. Now, let me ask you something. Do human beings have souls that create? They can never create. They can borrow. They can be inspired, but they can create from scratch. Right? So did you really think China has the ability to recreate the sun? We talk about our sun. Photon, the Chinese can't take the sun either. They share the same genetics as the other human being species. So now you need to ask yourself, what the fuck is that they really put in the sky? That wasn't no damn sun. But that's what they want to tell you it is. And they launched that bitch at nighttime too. It looked like daytime out there, did it? Now let's look deeper at that. Remember I told you we always had 2 suns that we never had at nighttime? So the good example about looking at what they did was you can imagine and get a good visual of how it was never a nighttime on the planet if we had 2 suns in the sky at all times. Now, ask yourself, like self, fuck his body shine, and that shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Fuck if he got a shirt on or not. This nigga be making some motherfucking sense now. The shit is getting weirder and crazier by the day. And it's like, it all started with December 21st, 2020. Right? And you were prepped. January 2020. That's why they sacrificed Kobe. Right? The sacrifice of Kobe Bryant was the first prepping for your brain. You remember everybody thought when Kobe died? Frequency dropped on the whole planet. See what I'm saying? You know, we grew up watching Kobe come out. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know, it was that niggas grew up catching. You feel me? That's all we know. Like, hold on, Kobe. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And we didn't understand the power of entertainment. So when we lost him, you feel me? Everybody, Kobe, man. And GG. Now,
We got a shooter. Take cover.
do y'all remember that Kobe Bryant?
I need backup.
See, this is what I mean. All your celebrities are not sellouts.
Report
It's the
immediately.
difference. You gotta allow them to do. And then you got some that get up in there and they be like, oh shit, what the fuck I got myself into? And they try to get out. And when they try to do that, it's blood in, blood out. You see what I'm saying? And y'all forgot, a lot of people didn't know, Kobe was suing one of the major pharmaceutical companies. Right? But the pharmaceutical company that he was suing is the same pharmaceutical company that ended up creating the hot sauce 19 that you are now experiencing right now as this pandemic. I don't think y'all heard me though. Kobe Bryant was in the process of suing a major pharmaceutical company. Right? In the pharmaceutical company, they were in the process of creating this hot sauce 19. You know, we can't say it on here. We don't want them to cut the videos. They some bitches. They won't do it. You feel me? So, you know, they took Kobe in the lab. They showed him what they had coming, and he wasn't with it. He was with everything else. He wasn't feeling that. He was going to go public with that. So they killed him. You know, it wasn't no coincidence that LeBron James broke Kobe's record in Philadelphia the day before Kobe died. They just went up and played Philadelphia. Right? It's a lot of shit that took place. They went above everybody's eyes at that point because motherfucker wasn't woke. And then Kobe, the depth, the transcendence of Kobe. We know that California is on the 33rd parallel. So when he transcended, they harnessed that energy. I told you it's a frequency. Everything is frequency. They harnessed all that frequency and everybody was sad. Everybody was low. This is January 2020 now. February 2020. Everybody was all low. Still low. Why? Because they had just hit you with Nipsey not too long before Kobe. That was all part of frequency. Even Juice WRLD. Okay? Hit you with Kobe. Everybody dropped in frequency. Was sad, crying, hurt. All that January, all that February. March came right when you niggas started crawling out of it a little bit. They hit you with the Rona. Which I told you was a code for the galactic forces that are now here. I told you. For those who have followed me from jump, know that. Everybody focusing on 5G right now. You focus on the wrong shit. They was using 5G 2 years ago. We powered past that energy. Something deeper is taking place on the planet. We don't talk about it right now. It's Mississippi, about the Mississippi's, because the results around the Mississippi's. Let me keep walking y'all to 2020 in case y'all forgot out there, because I know the time flies and a lot of shit has been thrown your way. All March, all April, they had niggas scared. White people too. Niggas was all in the house. When y'all remember that y'all was buying up all the toilet paper. Man, you couldn't find a roll of this shit right here, you couldn't find a roll of this shit, And the crazy thing was, like, if it was some airborne disease killing humanity, what the fuck was this gonna do? But that was the power of marketing.
Where's this thing happening?
They like to run tests on us mentally.
We shooting shit.
He saw that. But why though?
I can drive by with the best.
What was these gonna stop?
Lamar, what's
So then niggas walk around and like this up.
Something that'll move us up the food chain, nigga, for real.
Nothing's real in this town, nigga. Particularly
Have
where you and
strong
Stretch
as
concerned.
hell.
Man, this is an investment opportunity. You got to
You ain't
speculate
never on
to
your toes that
accumulate.
much in your life for that
First rule of
shit.
business. Hey, since we're out here banging, either you got some dust.
Fool want to get butt
Yeah.
naked?
I'll go wherever it takes
Everybody
you,
dealt
homeboy.
with extra triceps, extra cut. You
Homie
feel
live
me?
up here.
Everybody was decent summer 2020 off.
Do his thing, all
You
right?
hear me? This and this. Always. But what was this gonna stop though? You see what I'm saying? Power of the media. I want to see how far can we leave the shit? Niggas in the house snowed in. Y'all forgot how we get back outside. See, I guess y'all forgot. They never took us out lockdown. I keep telling y'all, we still ain't came out lockdown. We had to get gangster.
President
If
County.
niggas ain't get gangster, we would still be just all in the house. That's what they wanted. So then they hit us with the George Floyd scandal. Nigga, we fell for it. They got me too. But see, you work against them. You know, I heard a lot of songs when you find out like, damn, so George Floyd didn't get killed? No. Actor. Paid actor. He was. Okay? Showed you that on TV. The Bush were clearing to the community. They didn't play us talking up like that. Boy, they didn't know what you going to act like that. Nigga, we seen that she came across the news and got more scared to stay in the house. Niggas seen that. The niggas outside. Oh. You see what I'm saying? That's how we got back outside. I think y'all forgot so much shit happened. They never said, hey, it's over with. Lockdown too. That's the people, that's the whole. You see white people out there too, but see, white people start realizing human beings, like, hold on, we not special. You're not. You just advanced Negroes. I told you that. If you're out of the 13, you're just an advanced white people. He showed you that. You niggas out there, y'all out there flashing. All you saw was rednecks. What jobs back? And we got no job. We was trying to end all the whole world. It was radical. Oh, and it started in Minnesota. And then it spread. Think about it. I was looking at nigga Italy was riding behind some goddamn George Floyd. And see, it wasn't even George Floyd. We didn't put a name on that people. But it really was us rallying against oppression. See, the force was that point during that whole 2020. This all leads to why you do this now. Since 2020, y'all, the forces have been here. Okay? The whole pandemic, purpose, the name, and all was about the forces, the sun itself. And all this full-time energy and this plasma energy coming back onto the planet. They had to keep it out. Listen off. The planet was in a stasis mode. She is alive. But she had been lying dormant, sleep, frozen in time. See what time did to us? They caused our avatars to age. They go through a process of what you call the spell. Brought to the inner beings and the reptilians and the creators by the Arcturian race, which is a benevolent of extraterrestrials. They look just like the Greys, except they blue with rapids. The Saturn Greys come from the Saturn galaxy. It's all about the constellation slash. They great. So you think they showed you them. But the Arcturians look just like the Saturns, except they way taller. The Greys come in different shapes and sizes. The Saturn Greys are tall. 6 to 7 feet. The regular Greys are small. 3 feet. They go in the movie, they get that tall, the shit, okay? The fucking alien they was a few years back. I think his name's Paul. He was in the sample of a brain. But your centigrades, they are tall. They look the same. You familiar with these extraterrestrial races? Well, you're going to be seeing a lot very, very soon. From seeing shit in the sky. I'm talking about the forces that are inside. The people has long been hit. You see, China trying to make it so much. It's all real. When we listen, we are in the top line over. When they showed you the movie Loki, it's all about violence. These motherfuckers did some shit they weren't supposed to do before the time. Charles and the break. It was not the plan for us to react that toward George Floyd. When we did that, right? They even tried to harness that energy with the Black Lives Matter movement. And it worked for 4 weeks, nigga. We all had shirts on and hats. They got rich quick, didn't they all? But that's your fuck this shit. See? They have it in the print. We still in 2020, y'all. To try to calm the energy down, they let us back out. Okay, well, we gon' fuck, alright. Well, we not gonna do it down. We're just trying to come in.
Excuse me.
And at that point in time, it wasn't mandated. Remember this, y'all? They're not mandatory. I mean, if you want to take one, you should take one. But those who do take it, they'll never catch the hot sauce 19 ever again. Y'all remember the conversations they have with y'all on the news? So then, I remember that. This before it was mandated. I'm just taking y'all back a little bit to line up what's going on for you and what's been going on for you if it ain't making sense.
What are we waiting for?
The planet is alive. But being under the time spell she had been lying to sleep through. The 30mm bushes that they taught us are trees. They sing out frequencies. They speak. It ain't easy. They have a defensive mechanism. Remember when you might speak about the wife you might last about kids, right? And I was pointing it out to her. I'm like, baby, you know what's so crazy? She might be first. Let me give you an example of how your planet works, how your planet kind of works, right? Remember the little boy he had turned into a monkey in the first few months when he was inside the house, and then the plant grabbed his leg and started pulling him to the inside? Well, it was a time that was like that. The Venus flytrap only eat flies days, but the Venus flytrap was way bigger than that. It would just eat flies regularly. Everything was in the house bigger. It was on the So anything that came on this planet that wasn't on the high vibration or anything on the planet, you didn't have to just deal with us. You had to deal with our trees. Right? And it's like the plants you see. Yes, you got a lot of plants. That's where they get this from him. Right? Because our plants, animation, when they not frozen in time, they actually animate. They sing out frequencies, they attack things.
Y'all got to help me a minute.
Now check this out.
Wait right there.
Y'all,
Hold up.
this is not putting into no sort of power. What the fuck is Siri talking about? See what I'm saying? I told y'all artificial intelligence is souls, trapped souls. You see
What the fuck are you doing?
You see that, right? I'm not even talking about that. I ain't none of that. Alexa or Siri, neither one of them. Fuck is she talking about? But, anywho in Whoville, this is that what we living in Whoville. See what I'm saying? The planet is alive. I told you, it's called a planet because it's wet. And it has numerous planes. So think planes. That's why it's called a planet. Plane 10. It consists of 9 planes, and this plane is T standing for Tiamat, swept from the edge of the goddamn planet. Tiamat and Ka. But she is alive. She's a feminine entity. And as she began to break out of this time spell in 2020, she started to activate. And she always starts using her forces. But then she reaches a higher state where she'll start speaking and talking. And those who meditate and those who practice hoodoo and voodoo and deeper forms of that, you understand that the planet has many planet spirits, or they like to call them earth spirits. This is a good thing. You must fully understand that you are living in the biggest movie that you've ever seen that Hollywood ain't never put out. And as we keep rising in frequency, that which we are doing, you're going to see more shit that will not make sense to you because they had you thinking that life was just about you. And it was nothing else that was alive. They teach us. Right? So I mentioned the geology and the books trying to put in yours that our planets actually fight. They actually doubt things too. All different type of what they like to call voices. But these are just names that science gives these things because they cannot understand us on a metaphysical level. They know nothing about metaphysics. When we talking soul, we talking spirit, we talking real dark matter energy, real cosmic information. That's all metaphysics. They don't know shit about it. They barely understand physics, and they can't even lie in physics. I repeat. So, the reason we roll this great awakening from the Pisces age to the Aquarius age is strictly because the planet is alive. I keep telling y'all this. She's rising in frequency. They don't give a fuck how you feel out there. She can get less how you feel, what you believe, what you thought was true, what you think is real. None of it matters when she's waking up. And she ain't nothing to be played with. That's a whole force right there. Okay? Now, this is where metaphysics come in play, because if you have a soul and you have little melanin, chloroplast in you, she's talking to you. She started talking to you. As we kept going through 2020, she made the planets align. Y'all remember that? December 21st, 2020, you had all these people making jokes on the internet. We gonna have superpowers. Thinking this shit is joke. Not understanding you already have what you want to call superpowers, if you want to call it. Then just what you're doing. Well, on December 21st, since your ass ain't taking off and flying to the air, you thought it ain't nothing happening. Oh, it ain't nothing happening. Shit, I'm gonna keep living life. Okay. Now, what all happened in 2021? Mr. and Mrs. Ain't nothing happening after the planets around. You seen 3-4 different videos of this high five planetary hit. And I told you why. The Kundalini energy is rising. Gotta work its way through the root chakra, the sacral chakra. You get what I'm saying? The solar plexus, the heart chakra. This is what the rise is about. Right?
Let's split, my nigga, and keep our heads down.
Now, the planet, when did you see her in 2021? How many, I ain't never seen nature feel like you see her seeing 52 fucking tornadoes across the United States of California. all shit to yourself. It's on. They won't tell you that, but I feel. You don't need folks ain't gonna get on TV and say the nuclear weapons ain't working. They're not gonna tell you that. But I will. The conductor giants surface. A whole race of giants that they destroyed these surface. Just got out of Afghanistan so quick. Them niggas left. Top of the plane, they gone. But they didn't tell you why. And the other things who are disguised Iraqis. Shit, they left them. Them niggas running right next to the plane trying to get on niggas hanging off the wing. What y'all running from? What are you running from? See? That wasn't weird to you? We saw flood in New York shows this last 2021 now. That'll make you scratch your brain a little bit. At some point in time, you gotta ask yourself, what's going on? And for me to be the crazy guy on the internet, they sure take me through hell just to talk this crazy shit. He just told us the trees sing our frequencies. It's alive, he must be crazy. Well, I wish they felt that way. I wish they felt like I was beliefs out there, Phil. Life feel a lot easier for me. In this realm. And then, we're not even 10 days into 2022. And China putting suns in the sky. If you believe that's a sun, you should ask yourself, where did they get the technology and the know-how to even make anything like a sun? Let alone cast it into the sky like that. And it went into the sky for 17 minutes. And they said it was 70 trillion times higher than the sun. What's 70 plus 17? 87. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's 8 plus 7? Let's do a little numerology. They like to play with the numbers. 15. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's 5 plus 1? 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what universe they come from again? 6 universe, right? On a planet called 2 moons, no sun. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, once again, do you really believe that they cast the sun into the sky? Satan himself can't do that. If he could, he would have. Trust me. He liked the heat too now. He had to settle for the cold because we cast his bitch ass out. Never forget who you are and where you come from. So once again, I ask you to ask yourself, what did they really put in the sky? 2 weeks ago, and every motherfucker that didn't get vaccinated got sick. Niggas still sick right now? You ain't never seen a nigga get sick at one time. Nigga, I went down. See what I'm saying? I had to go within. You need to ask yourself, what the fuck did they put there? 2 weeks ago, up to everybody got sick.
How you doing?
And in the midst of everybody getting sick, they just rolled out another version for you. It's about flu Rona now. This is when you get the flu and Corona. And they got another version that just came with this past week. I told you they got 72. Still get 72 titans that's coming out. These titans are waking up because the planet is waking up because the Kundalini energy is rising. So, do you really think China put a sun in the sky? There wasn't no sun they put in the sky. You know what that was? They sent the anti-photon energy ball into the sky. Because they can't make organic plasma energy. And they can't make organic photon energy, but we have all that in us. Meanwhile, solar flares are pouring in. All right. When everybody got sick, it's because they sprayed the air. But at the same time, it was a combination of them spraying the air to try to combat off the rise in frequency. See, these genetics you got are unlocked. So you experiencing headaches and all type of ailments is coming off as a form of sickness because your body, your avatar is being recrystallized. Okay? So they're trying to stop. That's why I keep saying, motherfuckers sitting here playing. Alright? You have no clue what you are about to experience. Stop looking for dates. Stop looking. What the hell are you? Stop playing with me like that. Stop playing with yourself like that. You don't need dates.
Hey, boo.
Pay attention. That's all you gotta do. And prepare. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Free Larry Hoover. Okay? I'll repeat that.
Hey, do you ever
Stop
see
looking
your
for dates.
raggedy bitch
What
ass
time,
up?
what day?
Fuck you, Lamar. I mean,
Be
Frank,
prepared.
whatever. Everybody
Proper
knows
preparation
Lamar
begins
knows
for performance.
on Vinewood.
Now, you think we playing about this shit. You think we playing about these solar flares, and you think we playing when I say everybody wants the solar flares in.
What?
Bitch ass.
Alright? Anybody took that shit, you going zombie mode.
But where's your love for the hood? JB ain't
Feel
doing
me?
good. He needs help. We
You
need
ain't
your
gotta
help.
feel
We
me.
gonna lose
You will soon enough. And if you didn't take that
What do I
shit,
gotta do?
you flipping, you're shifting into the highest state that you were when Source created you.
You just get yourself together.
Okay?
Your ass done went crazy.
To combat all things, celestial forces transpiring. Now you see China creating their own version of the sun. But wasn't Bill Gates just trying to block out the sun? Make it make sense. Now, last year, their year, we got Bill Gates trying to block out the sun.
That be some karma.
And now this year, their year, you got China creating suns.
You never could say no to me, Franklin Clinton. I ain't so cracked out I don't remember that night behind the burger shot.
Not this again. What, we was like 13?
But you was a man after that night.
We gotta do what I told y'all.
And nothing even happened.
It's all good,
No,
baby.
man.
I know that wound.
I know that Bill Gates is in bed with China. They all the same motherfucker. Now, last year, Bill Gates trying to block out the sun. We know these motherfucking humans can't take no goddamn photon energy. So why would they try to create a new sun? They can't even take the regular sun. It just... Better hit something now. Bill Gates was trying to block it. Do with me now, CSA.
You know the drill.
Bill Gates. Legend has it, Bill Gates was trying to find a way to block out the sun last year. We're not even here, and niggas done created a whole new sun. The things that make you go.
Dispatch, what you got?
10-4. We got an SUV and a handicap stop without a sticker. It's a Lucky Plucker and Little Soul.
Do you really think they do you think they do anything
I'm an original.
So,
Yeah, we got you. JB,
if that's the case, they wouldn't have made fake clouds.
Cause you look like you know what you doing.
Let's not get the whole purpose of clouds. They created clouds to block out the sun so they wouldn't define humans when they receive our photon energy.
Fighting the feminist cause there, ain't you, Tiny?
The sun gives us downloads. It sends codes to your amino acids.
That bitch is crazy.
They don't need you possess.
Yeah, that we can't
Why
agree
people
on.
don't have amino acids? Human beings don't have DHA, deoxyribonucleic acid. They don't have RNA. They don't have chloroplasts. They don't have
What, you
chakras.
going into space
They don't
now?
even have a
You
big soul.
always did think you were so clever.
Then they taught us in school, they get everything we got so that we wouldn't see no goddamn difference.
And you got your math
See
on
what
the
I'm
corner,
saying?
David.
But they don't have that. You see? They don't have nothing we have. Remember, either antennas. They have hair. Neuromelanin, which is what happened when carbons manifest on the solid realm, 4 phases of matter, y'all. Solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy. With plasma energy being a high vibration. We're talking metaphysics. You can't look it up. It's in here. That's the key, see? You can't look up no metaphysical shit. You see? Because they don't know shit about metaphysics. That's beyond their reasoning. They can't. When you start talking metaphysics, they get lost.
This ain't a job for making new friends, is it?
I thought you been into some repo work.
Where you put your feet in, put your nose in the soil.
It's an honest dollar.
You
and there ain't many
connected.
of those around.
An honest dollar that I ain't seen
Yeah,
yet.
you wrong with
JB
everything.
need to get his head straight.
And if you know how to
JB
listen,
going through a hard
you feel that.
time.
A hard
Boy, they gonna
time
put their
sitting
dogs in
his
the
ass
soil all
smoking
day.
I gotta keep his hours up.
And they just
Word
that.
is they gonna
Motherfucking
sell
dog in the
his
soil.
new owner ain't good news for the drivers with no papers. JB sold his social for a piece 2 years
Nah,
ago.
that is. Motherfucking dog in the soil.
But I just don't
See
see
what I'm
his
saying?
mom.
You
Meanwhile,
too
you
good
put
to
your
call my
feet
brother now?
and you touch the soil all the time.
I've been covering that brother for
All type
20
of numbers
years.
start getting downed up to you. But you gotta answer the phone. Remember, we are electricity. We talking metaphysics again. We are electricity. This is why they give us rubber soles. Remember the basics, y'all. So walk back through it. Let's go back to first grade. Why do we even got rubber soles on the bottom of our shoes? Luminous beings, electrical beings. Why do we wear cloth?
Drop it in the market.
Why would they surround us with
Save
glass,
the phone, honey.
plastic? What does all that do with electricity? It constricts it.
Sorry about that.
And you still out here playing.
Jesus.
We ain't got, we can't,
I'll make it up to you,
fucking
Franklin.
Marco
You know
Pinjar,
I
that
will.
shit made about your genetics.
See you around.
Which is why they tamper with them now. You really think China want to put a sun in a second one? They put a second one away. With our McCarthy. There you go right there. Never forget it. See? Signs and symbols for the conscious mind. This ain't no star Israel. Fuck Israel. See that?
Girl, don't even get me started.
You gotta remember who Israel was.
JB, I get
Before he
it.
was Israel, let's be going back to the basics now.
Why I
Jacob.
don't kick that man to the curb?
You remove the J back, then you split the half, you get a Y. Y'all
Oh,
cool.
what's
Who
good with
y'all
you
cool?
anyways?
That's
You still
Satan.
with that fly guy
Come on
from
now.
Houston Avenue?
We gotta see through the fog, y'all.
Where? Are you
I got a lot of emails about that. I said I was gonna touch on it like, you really think trying to put another sun in the sky?
From the feet up.
A sun.
Damn. What is it with these homies?
That you know what they would do
give
to
a
you?
steak,
They don't want you to get the energy from this sun.
and all they want
That's the
is
purpose of
stop.
clouds. Never forget.
You said it.
Ain't no such thing as a motherfucking cloud. When you see them in the sky, know what they is. These are weapons.
It's all
Stop
good.
it.
I'll holler at you later.
Energy, nigga. Did you hear? But
Hey,
if you can't tap into that
you
type of
gonna
energy,
creep
you gonna
around me
power
the
in.
whole damn day?
After all, your electricity.
Pay you that 50 on Friday. You. Sorry, I missed
You are electricity. So what they trying to put in the motherfucking sky? Why did they launch it in darkness? They could have launched it in the day and still would see. What do they know? I repeat, why did they launch it in darkness? What do they know that you don't know? What are they preparing for? Sounds to me like they might be preparing for a complete blackout, and they want to still be able to use this weapon against your kids. Total darkness. Because you might not know this, divine being, they can't see in the dark. Did you know that? Human beings cannot see in the dark. And anything around them is moving. So even if you're a guy and your vibration drop low, you can't see in the dark. If it's a total blackout, we still can see. See, you don't know that because you've never been in a total blackout. Lights and shit like that. In total darkness, we can see perfectly. We actually see better. The light works. And it gives us imagery that ain't even there. It reflects off your retinas. It reflects off heat. Like you think your ancestors had you like snake. So one day I'm talking about after they push the second son.
Look out the way!
It's fucked. It leaves go to the ashes of the cosmos. What you think we use in the cosmos? That sun is only here on this planet. When you go out in the cosmos, there's not no big ass sun in the middle of the sky and planets revolving around. No. That's not how it works. Now on planets, we place suns on planets like a light bulb. You see how we got a light bulb in the ceiling? So on the planet, go over there, place the sun like light bulbs. Place 2 suns on each planet. Some planets we gave 3 suns. They just light bulbs. But they light bulbs full of energy in their obedience. So we push energy through down to that planet with energy. Because we don't need light. We come from the darkness.
Okay, you know Redwood cigarettes?
Triple
Sure, the
darkness.
cigarette that built America.
They've rigged a jury to throw a class action lawsuit that would cover the treatment costs of thousands of emphysema sufferers.
So,
There are 4 corrupt
even
jurors
after they
on
push the
Redwood's
second
books.
son away and
I'll send you the
darkness started to
details.
fall,
Oh,
what
and
do
we
you
only
think
have a
the
few
trial
hours to make
should
them disappear. The court case is tomorrow morning.
Is that all, dog?
in revolts? When were all attacks launched during revolts? In the darkness. You can see better in the darkness than you ever could in this light. It blinds you. You are full of it's
Man, I'm
it's
sorry,
all
fool.
you know, light and feel.
I don't know.
They let me go blind. They can see better than you because they become more tuned to feeling and feeling. See the eyes light. You see everything for what it is because you feel see. See. But if you see, I can come look at how pretty you follow that. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard to read frequency when you're looking at the reflection off those people. You see? It's all metaphysical. They know that when these solar flares they see we back to darkness. We back pure what we is.
Bro, I'll rip you apart.
Alright, we way more powerful, trust me. In that state. You know why? Because you become more aware. We going back to bitch, y'all. We doing right. It ain't gonna be nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing. You feel me? And that's because I got a salt rock crystal with. You ain't gonna see this. Feel me? Now what you see? Oh,
Cops, dog.
I've been lying. Yeah, you have a lot of lights. Back to this.
Suspect located.
To this. When China go to start, they run that program and created that breed. You see? You see how when I put this light on, you can't do nothing but look at that.
Oh, man.
Here is my frequency through my voice box. You see? You see how easily we are distracted in the light? You give it like this. See, you gotta understand. You are having a soul. You all are the ones. Y'all are there. And your children. Y'all start moving here, landing here, and then here of 1950. The game is over with. The place is woke again. The spells have broken down. The DA has been activated. We going back to this. And then once we eradicate them, we love to see. There's a few more suns back on the planet. You see what I'm saying? They know it's coming though. Right?
We got eyes on the target.
They know it's coming. So they out there testing shit.
Damn, I ain't got much time left.
Why? Because we talked about the Mississippi yesterday, right? But this is part of class. We take this whole hour, this first hour, with the energy that the Mississippi is left.
What is that idiot doing?
Is left.
This is a private show. Get
On
lost.
my album, I said.
What are you doing?
On my album, I said.
Psycho? Is he a fucking pimp?
It was like the sphere, so they like to call us criminals. But really, we some guys, though, Atlanteans, Seminoles, Lemurians, Cherokee, Aztec generals, pyramid builders, never been imbeciles. See? You gotta even understand why they label us criminals in a system. You're a criminal based upon your reputation, nothing else. Yeah, the practice video, so they like to call us criminals. But really, we some guys, though, Atlanteans, Seminoles, Lemurians, Cherokee, Aztec generals, pyramid builders, never been imbeciles. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand the terminology of why they call us criminals. Criminal ain't got nothing to do with selling drugs and shooting guns. When you're doing that, they happen. You're helping them. Just being the pigmentation you are. And they got us titled derogatory names. Black people. Sphinx. Latinos. Negroes. They mixed in with us. For example, when they rape us. Understand they would only rape the goddesses that they caught. We had war. So some of us would get caught. And the goddesses they caught, they would rape. But the rape was the forge and the blood. So for example, Mexicans, human beings. Depends on, are you what they call Mexican or the real Mexicans? See what I'm saying? And that ain't based on what country you in, New Mexico or Mexico. That's not based on that. You know what it's based on? This. You got Mexicans that's darker than me. Videos and human beings. Oh, it gets that's what I'm saying. Just can't confuse nobody. So when I've been teaching over the years, I gotta tell you, first grade of it, like first level of it, that shit breaks down. And you gotta know that in this year. In 2022, while we still got the internet, you gotta know that. And the only reason we don't still have the internet, this shit going on. Like literally, so much shit is gonna crash down, and we gonna still have the internet. That serves two purposes. The oppressors want to fool you into thinking that things ain't bad as they are. And then remember, the internet was created off our intergalactic ways that we naturally have communicating with each other. So this is why I told you got a lot of cosmic forces that work through this internet. The internet is a multiverse thing. Because what they using, the type of chip that they chose to use to create the internet, and we know who created the internet. God did that. Okay? They'll tell you that much. Go research it. Same thing for you look up. Because of the chip that's being used. It's just like the movie Home. He said, I seen it in the whole universe. In the movie Home, if you ain't seen Home, go watch it. It's a kid's movie, but it's good as fuck. It's deep. It really got super downloads in it, but it's disguised as a kid movie. It's Home, right, man? Yes. It's called Home. Alright? Hit the little button. Cheek. Set out the single up. Yeah, he invited the whole universe to the party, right? Okay. That's what they did when they picked the internet. Chip put in that bitch. The chip that's being used, it says it's a multiversal thing. This is why so much information flows through the internet. But to keep up with that, they push a lot of negative bullshit through the internet. So you gotta be able to decipher what you feed into on the internet. Social media beats with the information. Because you'll get more information on social media than you do right here. Because they be filtering it. Social media, people be sharing it. You can't really share YouTube unless you share it on social media. Right? So you gotta learn how to use both. Even TikTok. I think TikTok's a dance platform. Now it's dropping knowledge on TikTok. Clubhouse too. People dropping, pay attention to what's going on. When I'm telling you celestial energy, the information is being channeled. This information is available, it's being pushed to you to help you awaken for this war we in. It's not about black and white, it's about vibration. That's why you gotta be able to separate the fake shit from the real shit. You gotta be able to entertain the truth. If you don't, it don't really matter what color your pigmentation is, because remember, in the cosmos, we don't even know that. Right? Remember, it turns into carbon when we manifest and descend down to this realm. That's why, remember, solid is the lowest vibration. We come from a fast vibration. So when we descended down into this realm of quantum physics now, alright, talking quantum thing, we descending down from higher realms and we come here in the physical, all that dark matter energy formulates into neuromelanin at the plasma energy levels. And then you drop from plasma to gas to liquid to solid. Boom. That's why when you come, your body is in what? A liquid. Your avatar was being created in a liquid. Your mother had water that she had to carry you in. This is for descension reasons. You gotta understand this. So once you come here, all of that dark matter energy, which science called antimatter, that's what the fuck the Venom suit represented. That's what the Venom suit represented. That's what the Venom suit is about, Spider-Man. The neuromelanin, that antimatter though. So the antimatter, as you descend, it becomes into, it manifests to neuromelanin. Then by the time you hit the solid, it's carbon. It's really, it manifests, as I said that backwards. When you come from higher states, it's dark matter energy Then it goes down to carbon, and then from carbon, from the carbonated state, which carbon is the basis from which all life is formed, from the carbonated state, it drops down into neuromelanin. This is why the gods, we have neuromelanin. And human beings have melanin. But they got you thinking we all got melanin. You get it, right? They got to think we all one human race. So we all got melanin. No, we don't all get melanin. Melanin is designed to block UV rays from what? The sun. That's why I say, why the fuck would you think some motherfuckers that have melanin, some shit that needs to block the UV rays from the sun, create some shit? No. Right? We are in a galactic war. So when you're on the internet, right, you got to be able to grab that and understand what time you're in. This ain't 1999 on the internet, and this ain't 2013 on the internet. And I don't want to be on the internet because this is what how you gonna get the information. They gonna give it to you on the news. What they gonna give it to you on C? You can't get it on the news. But they gonna slide to the niggas don't even read newspapers no more. That's over with. Even if you do read newspapers, it's the same old lies. It's all right here. And right here. Because if you can't pull it out right here, that's what the internet for. To be stimulated. Because anything that I'm saying to you or another person saying to you, or a book you reading, that's just stimulating your library. You're connected to the Akashic records of the planet and of the cosmos. The planet has a form of Akashic records, which is a holographic library where every energetic imprint that has ever taken place, like your thoughts and your words, that all gets written down on the Akashic records. So you have one on the planet, you have one in the cosmos, and you're connected to both luminous beings. So that connection, when this shit is all falling down this year, you're gonna still be able to feed here because you need to get the information. Now, once you got all the information that you need, it's gone. But everything else is finna crumble behind it. Every single thing else is swiveling down around it. And it's all because of certain curses that was put out there by certain tribes, like the Mississippians. And I ain't forget about the gods, say peace to all the gods, planet Kai and all that. Y'all know it's peace. You know, it's nothing but respect for the elders, respect for my peers, nothing but respect for the blue crystal babies. But sometimes the information I'm just channeling right now. You feel me? I'm just channeling what they telling me to tell y'all. So we on a certain energetic imprint right now. You ever heard of ley lines? Get familiar with them. And if you do Google ley lines, they be fucking lines. They don't know what they talk about. That's a metaphysical thing. See, science has been trying to prove the ley lines. The Mississippi River, which was created by the Mississippians, is a huge ley line in itself. So it's the Nile, which the Mississippi River is the Nile. Good. But, you know, so at the end of the day, we are living on ley lines. Yeah, ley lines.
Damn, I ain't got much time left.
The ley lines was our last line of defense for the planet, right? So in case of an invasion, if somebody ever did take over and cause us to fall in frequency, we got all these ley lines. But guess who can only see them and connect with them? Us. They can't even see them. So let me give you another example. Think Jumanji, or think like the Mummy, movies where like motherfucker get the map, and only the person, the chosen one with that right blood can read the map. Or open the door, right? To get into the secret temple lodge or whatever, right? And everybody else can't even. Okay, that's how neuromelanated beings are to these ley lines on the planet. And everywhere in Stonehenge, the Mayan ruins, the pyramids of Giza, all through the U.S. And you're connected to them. Each and every point. And can't let it stop. So, if you ever figured that out, you see, now you are impacting every point of the planet. And that's the frequency we have risen back to. So you see China preparing with the fake sun, or let's just say the elites disguising that it's China. Meanwhile, for every time you watch one of my lectures or another individual that's speaking on a high frequency, because there's so many right now, because the ancestors activated.
I don't care about that shit.
You know, we came here strategically. And we just so that when it's time to activate, we everywhere. See, got so many people going out. And then they real, they telling you to meditate so you can pour out. You see what's going on? All that energy is we're gonna go through a process where you unlock the energetic codes of the ley lines, of what they call ley lines. See, this is something that the Mississippians set up. Who were the Mississippians? The Mississippians was a tribe. But not just any tribe. They don't tell you enough about them on Wikipedia. You know, they'll give you a little EE, but they see green off. Remember, they're going to be painting white and red people. Anything you looked up about the natives, they paint white and red people. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to come to YouTube to find out the drop on there where you going to hear them say, no, with the natives is black people. Or black people, if you want to call them that. Right? They was niggas. They was niggas. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? With nothing red about them. They was niggas. You looking at them. You looking at them today. We still here. We haven't went anywhere. We African Americans today. If you accept that. We Puerto Ricans, we Brazilians, Cubans, Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, we everything. But what we got? See?
On the ground!
So you gotta understand the Mississippians was the first,
Give me cover!
what I would like to call non-D tribes. That's what I call it, right? When I teach this in the 8th universe to my students, in the universe where I come from, before I was here, and I talk about this planet and other planets, just like I'm on this planet talking about other planets. That's what I was doing in the 8th universe, talking about these planets here. And these beings, like, it's a place where they got the gods locked up and they not at their full potential. And when we talk about that in the 8th universe, everybody laugh. Like, what? It's an actual place where the gods think they can be contained by the reptilians? Because we kicking their ass everywhere else. We fucking these people up. Reptilians, we fucking them up. So here is like the last one is, and you know, motherfuckers be like, they don't believe it. Just like it's hard for you to believe it's a whole multiverse with other planets and galaxies, right? Like, yeah, you can do it. So if you see yourself doing it, if you ain't seen yourself do it, it's like, oh, now you can't remember it. You can, but you go remember now, though. You ain't got no choice. You finna live it. You ain't got no choice, but you fucking remember, you finna live it. You're living it. You're going through the process right now as we speak. You are being recrystallized, whether you want to or not. That's why your ass over there spitting up. And if you got I'm in the avatar, so I'm gonna go through I'm experience, I'm gonna have to, you see me talk. Why your head been hurting? Nose been running. Shit, some of y'all, your ass probably been itching. And you know you been washing your ass. See what I'm saying? It's all type of different shit going on with you. Because of this galactic war, man. For real. It's a real thing. This is why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I'm not you. They tell me when to get on here. They tell me what to tell you. I don't choose nothing. You feel me? I'm everything and everything is me. I just flow with the universe. don't fight against it. You too much do the same. Because see, you gotta understand that the Mississippian tribe, right, who created these ley lines, they are not the tribes. So this information I'm telling you comes from these different realities, multidimensional beings. You've heard it from other people, speakers before me in years past. This is because this is 9D information. Remember, this planet was on the 33rd dimension and going upward even higher before your shadow government creating reptilian forces came here. So everything after that was the fall. We was just in pure anarchy gods and goddesses, spiritual assassins. We are the original guardians of the galaxy. Only the spiritual assassins originally signed up to come here. When our oppressors came, we was 33D, y'all. 33rd dimension. And then we start dropping in frequency. Remember I gave y'all a lecture about the birds. I said, hey, as we drop in frequency, then everything went through a reverse metamorphosis. They caused us to go through a reverse metamorphosis. So this is how we eventually fell from the God state of what we at our purest highest form. This is the form we was illuminating. That's why you are called luminous beings. You illuminate when you vibrate high at your highest point. You glow. That's why when you vibrate high here, you glow. But you literally glow harder than that as the vibration increase. You will literally glow. It's your aura. That's what the aura is. You be glowing. That's how you used to be. You wear an Anunnaki gods. But then as the war be warring, you drop down to what they like to call the Lemurian Atlantean state. This is when they was killing off your ancestors in present day, what's now Antarctica. This is when I like to call these the ice wars. This when the dark elves came to here from Earth to help out in the war. So even though they had started blowing up our pyramids, once they started doing that, we immediately retaliated, and it was on. It was on. But this is what initiated the ice wars. That's what I like to personally call them, because this is when the dark elves came in, and they went to war with certain ancestors you had. Right? Certain lineages, powerful cosmic beings that was in the flesh, though. Because we've been creating these avatars for this realm. We have avatars for each planet. The only place where we don't use avatars is when we go back home to Xylanthia, Sirius X, where we come from. We be in full spirit form. Most other locations, we take on a physical body unless we choose to have a cosmic work that doesn't entail for us to have to take on the body. We design each planet with its own surface, its own temperature, all that. As above, so below. So you have to understand why we take on bodies. They're like cars. So, as we were falling in frequency, and that ice war was going on, a lot of your ancestors became frozen. They became the ice wall that you see in Antarctica today.
Damn, I ain't got much time left.
And then that ice wall was used to seal off us from our other brothers and sisters that were still Anunnaki, but then we became Atlantean Lemurian, right? Because when they sealed us off, they called the rest of us on the other side of the ice wall Lemurians. And then told you Lemuria was a civilization that sunk before Atlantis. That's a lie. Some of us got stuck on the other side of the wall, and they're still on the other side of the ice wall that they call Antarctica today. These became your Lemurians. They called them Lemurians. Still us. And the ones that got trapped in here, they called us Atlanteans. The first misnomers they started doing that. But then we were still falling in that Atlantean state. We became completely disconnected. So we took on tribal states. In the Atlantean state, we still had a lot of our God energy. So that's why when they show the Atlanteans, they always show them like gods. But then they want to tell you Atlantis sunk. So you would think it's gone and it was some mystical shit that never existed. And they draw all these fake pictures of Atlantis. But Atlantis was right here. The entire world that you know right here. So that Russia and all these continents that make up the map, that's Atlantis. And the capital was Atlanta, Georgia. The entire state of Georgia. That area on down to Florida, clean across to what they call the Bermuda Triangle, on back up to Georgia. That whole little half of fake triangle, whatever you want to call that. Whatever shape you want to name it. But that whole area, down, whole little flat, Georgia down to Florida, across the ocean, all of that was the capital of Atlantis. That's why I was talking about ley lines, because Atlantis on the 33rd parallel, which is another word for a ley line. The most powerful ley line on the planet, parallel on the planet, is the 33rd. Atlanta, Georgia is centered right on it. So is the whole Mississippi River. It's many ley lines. It's the veins of the planet. Like I told you, she's alive. So like you got veins in your arteries and veins intersecting across. It's the same thing the ley lines do. It's the skies and hitting on the map of the longitude and latitude. I repeat, it's the skies and hitting on the map. The ones they can perceive as longitude and latitude. And the ones they can't perceive, but they know it's there, they call them ley lines. You can perceive all.
You got me confused with someone
So,
else.
you gotta understand that in that Atlantean state, he was still doing a lot of Black Panther shit. You know, remember how she done laugh? He was on that.
Very good. I'll be in touch.
That's what we were doing. Now, when we was in the Atlantean state, even though the planet had her point sheet, so she survived, so she wasn't frozen in time. So we didn't have to tap into ley line, because it wasn't really like we needed that. We still had her, right? We keep warring and fighting. They begin to conquer more of our planet, right? Boom. We fall in frequency. We become completely discombobulated from communication. All right. So when they shut all that communication down through the pyramids, the next step was fall into the Mississippian state. Okay. Now some of us might know about the Mississippians. A lot of us don't know. We didn't give a fuck about no motherfucking tribal shit in school. So don't act like you did, nigga. Give a fuck about no Indians, nigga. We didn't. That's fact. So don't get over here, nigga. Oh, I already knew about the Mississippi. You didn't know shit, nigga. Get your ass up.
What about the other
You didn't know. You need to let it go learn more,
Still
nigga.
getting in a fight.
You feel me? Facts. It's like facts. Real life shit. We went from Atlantic state to the Mississippian state. Once we get the Mississippian state, this is where you need to really listen. I need y'all to listen closely. Don't get confused. There was never a tribe before the Mississippians. Did you know that? There was never a tribe before the Mississippians. Now, I gave a lecture on my website, www.uci.online. Let me plug it again for you. About the truth about Egypt. And I spoke on how Egypt was, the Egyptians were a tribe. They wasn't a moment in time. Okay? So that's why I want to repeat again. There was never a tribe before the Mississippians. Not Cherokee, none of them. This is why they so important. That's the very first tribe we became, and we were still over together. Over here on this part of the land. This part of the land would be what they call today present-day North America. But this is really what
DeSanta.
That's not the name in your file, Michael. Steve Haynes here.
Yeah, Agent Douchebag. Hey, that poor son
I'll
bitch
say
with
the rest of that for my lecture on.
See for yourself right now.
But North America is really ancient Egypt. And the Egyptians were a tribe, not a moment in time. But they continue that. They hid them from you by telling you that they were a civilization from X amount of thousands of years ago. They were a tribe, and they were at the same time the Cherokee was the Egyptians. But way before the Egyptians, the original tribe was the Mississippians. Every single avatar over here that you came in body to, like how you came to your mom, she was over here, her body was over here. Right? The lineages was starting to be playing the avatars here. Eons, energy cycles go, right? Everybody is that neuromelanin skin are you are Mississippi. I'm gonna pull up on the map, right? I'm gonna pull up on the map and show you on the map how we pull up the Mississippi culture. They gotta change that a little bit. When you look up the Mississippian culture, y'all pull out y'all map books if y'all got them. Treat this shit just like Sunday shit. Hey, treat this shit like they treat in church. Instead of pull out your Bible, just pull out your cell phone. Pull out the MacBook so they ads or the other phone. And go to Wikipedia, goddamn it, verse Mississippian culture. That's how we doing it on here, baby. You feel me? We ain't pulling out the Bible no more, but niggas will hit Google quick, won't we? Go to Google but when you go to Wikipedia, the Mississippian culture, which I want everybody to study, that's class homework. Yeah, I ain't never gave you niggas homework. You niggas got homework today. You hear me? I want y'all to go look it up for yourself a little bit, because you already gonna hear what I gotta say and then go read what they saying. You can't read what they saying first and then you come listen to this shit, because you gonna be lost. You gonna be here arguing. They said on Wikipedia. They said. Now you know these crackers gonna lie to you, man. So I don't even know why you standing up for them so strong. Why you so hot in the chest behind what they said? Come in here with your peeps, man. Get the real drop. Then go back and listen to the live so you can break that shit down the right way. You see what I'm saying? This shit is serious information. You know, you can't be getting half the story and you passing it down generation to generation. That's why niggas walking around now thinking they all human and Jesus gonna come out the clouds and save niggas right now because of that type of mindset. We're not participating in that type of foolery anymore as a species. All right. Just let that be known. We will be omitting all fuckery out of the species. Moving forward, 3Ks. Thank you very much. We're omitting all the fuckery out of the species. We're not talking about what we did last year. We have a whole nother. We don't bring up old shit in here. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to wave it in our face. You know they want to wave the crime in your face. They want to wave the fact you probably ain't got a 6-figure year paying job. They want to wave the fact you didn't go to Yale. Listen, we don't care about waving them. No, none of y'all lies. Feel me? To try to make us feel like we lesser than. That's all part of the spell work on their end toward us. You gotta recognize that. You feel me? I gotta recognize that.
Are you taking a dump?
If you feel me, hit the blunt 3 times. Thank you.
Yeah,
Guy's your neighbor. Caesar's Place, Rockford Hill.
Alright, so you gotta understand that the Mississippi is the very first, what you want to call it, a tribe. Because at that point, we lost connection with our pyramids, right? And we had the telepathic connection to them. Okay? And it was a big part of how we was able to use telepathy at such high frequencies. You still use telepathy now, but it's at a lower rate. You can think about a song that somebody is singing. That's telepathy, you know what I'm saying? Think about somebody they can call you You know, you think about motherfucker, you ain't seen him forever. You see him tomorrow. Like, that's
Something
never.
happened to him right now.
It's
Right
all
under a
forms.
microscope.
He did it at a much higher
Microscope
frequency, a much higher form.
shit, and that would make it
So,
very difficult to keep.
that broke down. So we lost connection with like our brothers and sisters in what you want to call Africa and Asia and Russia. You know, we was everywhere. So just right here, we was talking just right here what they call North America. We wasn't able to talk to niggas down in South America or Africa, or what you want to call it, all that. We wasn't able to do that no more. That was gone. This is when we became tribal. So we ganged up. We was all right here. And we was the Mississippians.
Or raises them as his own. I don't know which is worse.
Mississippians, nigga.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anything could happen at any time.
Hold on. We got the frequency high right now. Let's fort. We understand the elements. You hear me? One's for air, fire, earth, and water. That's what we challenge. East, north, south, and west. Nigga, there is no longitude or latitude. You got ley lines, man.
How long? The fuck does that matter?
You hear me? That's for the fine that we are connected to and we control.
One of them spent 10 years on the run, and the other landed.
That's for the air that we are connected to and we have relationships with.
Depot job, Brad went down, you went down. Trevor got away.
That's
The
what we
FI
order. That we have relationships with. She's listening.
The FIB cut you a
You got to remember this moment in time.
Your dad, you
Who's to say which?
if there's any doubt, probably accounts for you.
That Earth, planet time.
This place?
Yeah.
Davey, they've been shooting the real cunts of suburbia here the last few weeks. No way that's your guy.
Shit. You are kidding me. I'll call Steve.
Understand that
Wrong house.
we were based right here in the North America with 3Ks.
Azerbaijani. We need a new
Okay.
address from Mr. K.
The Mississippians, their land was where the present-day West Coast. The president, I'll get some of this little shit off Wikipedia a little bit just so you can know. East Coast as well. You'll basically see it was the whole fucking North America. Let me show you. Let me bring you over here for a second, y'all. Let me bring y'all over here for a second. Here. For a second.
Way to make a man talk.
Bring y'all over here.
Being able to talk.
Oh, it's the enlightenment side of the room. You hear me? Bring y'all on here. So look, check this out. All right. So when you look up, you know, I keeps it all the way HODD in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no pointers, but I got a motherfucking King Pearl stick. Just get the drop though. When you go on Wikipedia and you look up the Mississippian land, look where they land was at, and they cutting off half the map. The Mississippians had the entire North America with 3Ks, but they will show you this much. They'll show you that they had all of the South, that's called the Southern Mississippians. A huge spot over here, this will be like modern day, like Philly going toward the East Coast.
And as you can see,
The Midwest,
take full advantage.
right?
Then what?
This thing with the agency gets put
And they was up here too. That's this little green line, man. They was up here too. And then you got the custodian Mississippians. That's how they want to break it down. But in real lifetime, though, they really had the whole. Let me get a map up, man.
And you told me it'd be a
Let me
quick
get a
job,
map
no
up.
casualties. There were more eyes on that town than they needed.
Yeah, well, according to my eyes.
Let's get a map up real quick. Let's get a map up.
He is mine.
He's not
Well, I don't know who they think gonna pay for a map. Fuck, they made $6.90, $43, $40. What? For a map of lives when a nigga can just do this? Quick? Y'all smoking dick. But anyway, anywho and whoville. So look, boom. My pointer go. We back. Okay, here it go. So this the whole what they gonna show you is America with 3Ks. The Mississippians had the entire landmass of what you want to call North America with 3Ks.
Well, not 6 feet under.
The Mississippians had that.
The trainee's
Yep.
right. It's a good exercise.
Mississippians had that. If you didn't know, now you know.
A few
You
years ago,
feel
a
me?
letter came to the federal prison system addressed to
Y'all
Brad.
feel me?
It wasn't
Now.
signed, but it gave a P.O. box in Sandy Shores.
Let me show y'all something.
Correspondence.
Yeah, thanks for
I
telling
like
me.
to show y'all a little bit sometimes, you feel me? If they let it be shown, you feel me? They lie so much on Wikipedia, I don't really like coming on here like that. I'm gonna be real with you. They had you all fucked up. Okay, but check it out. Let's go deeper about the Mississippians, right?
Find out who we're looking for.
So,
Yeah, we need a description
hold
of
on.
the target.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Loosen him up.
No, please.
Where the
Sparky!
I want y'all to see something. Alright, cool. I see it. Here we go. So look, check it out. What a lot of people don't know about the Mississippians had was the whole country, right? This is where, hold on. Y'all gotta remember this. This is where all the tribes come from. You feel me? This is where the fucking Cherokee come from, the Sioux. Because after the Mississippians, we broke. Because as Mississippians, they broke us up. We was warned, but then they was still gaining ground in the war, so they ended up breaking us up. And then when they broke us up, that's when we branched off into like, okay, Cherokee. That's why if you look up the Cherokee, they will let you know that they got some customs from the Mississippians. But I'm here to tell you that we was Mississippians. You gotta understand that. And then because we was following them, I was saying we was born with them. You feel me? They was gaining ground, doing their thing. They was fucking us up at certain points. But it was still a war, but they was winning certain points. And it was at them points that we continued to follow the frequency. And then we became Powhatans, Cherokee, Illinois Confederacy, Sioux, Apache, Navajo, all of that. But first we was Mississippians. Right? You gotta understand that because that's powerful. I'm gonna tell you why. Because then you can understand about like the Cahokia Mounds. All right, the Cahokia Mounds were the same size as the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Repeat, the Cahokia Mounds, which was the headquarter of the Mississippian culture. So we talking Mississippian culture. The headquarter was Cahokia. That's in Cahokia, Illinois.
Steve, it's blown.
You're gonna understand this is why when we fell in frequency, those closest to Illinois became the Illinois Confederacy. And they was a hard fighting group of what you want to call indigenous people, tribes, you feel me, the Illinois Confederacy. And they was composed of all the Midwest today, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, all of that, all the whole Midwest. You feel me? Everybody that stayed close toward the capital of the Mississippian tribe culture, which was Cahokia, everybody that stayed close there, when we failed, it became the Illinois Confederacy. This is where Chicago get its name from. Chicago was one of the chiefs in the Illinois Confederacy. So was Blackhawk, so was Peoria. It's like 3 tribes. I think it's Boojma or something like that. They was in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? This is why you gotta understand that this is why these areas, because now I'm not bragging about the violence, because it's violent everywhere. I repeat, it's violent everywhere, but we strictly talk about the Midwest right now. So don't be in the comments telling us, you can walk through harder than yours. I ain't saying all that. But what I'm saying is this, man. I ain't this nobody hood, none of that. I'm not saying this because nobody where nobody from. But what I'm saying is, this is why specifically in the Midwest, them towns is violent like that. Okay? It ain't nothing but warrior energy in the Illinois Confederacy, because these was the ones that stayed and fought the hardest against the oppressors trying to hold down the Mississippians. Because what became the Illinois Confederacy was the warriors of the Mississippian tribes. You feel me? Of the Mississippians, you feel me? And you was either like on the West Coast with it. It don't matter where you was at. If you was West Coast, you was Mississippi. You was East Coast, Mississippi. You was down south of Mississippi. Midwest, this was Mississippian land. We was Mississippians first. This you gotta know. I'm from New York. I'm from Chicago. We all Mississippians, nigga. If you want to be technical, I'm just giving you all the different names. You feel me? The different names we fell through. Because after Mississippians, they broke us up, and then we became more little smaller tribes. They broke us up into smaller tribes. It wasn't a good thing when we fell from Mississippians. We were one big tribe. You had a bunch of different chiefs too, yeah. But we was one big tribe. Everybody got along. We was just on war with them. But when they broke us up, though, when they chopped us up, we became all these other smaller tribes. And then helped them to conquer more land eventually, and then we became Negroes. And then we became, you're going to think that after the tribes, and we split up. You know, like in the movies, they always do that stupid ass shit, niggas split up. You be like, why is they splitting up? Oh, that's the dumbest shit you could do. Niggas, you know in the movies, motherfuckers get to a jail, we go all split up. Man, listen, fam. And what happened? Motherfuckers split up and scary movies, get their ass chased that. Every time. It never failed. It never failed in the movies. Y'all know I ain't lying. You get to your favorite part of the movie, as an example. Like, you get to your favorite part of the movie, your favorite character, they were like, we gonna split up. What if we splitting up for a nigga? We stand together. You feel me? Jason chasing up. I'm just saying from a movie point of view, right? Like, nigga, Jason Voorhees is behind us, nigga. You talking about split up. Nigga, we staying together in this bitch. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because you pop out the cut on me and you with me. We gon' get him, but the bitch is split. You gon' hit me, fucking me. Y'all know when you watch the movie, they be like, well, I fuck. Or they running, they falling. They falling down the hill. You be like, you be mad. Like, I know there's never shit. You never just fall. Fucking you falling. Fucking show for something wrong. What the fuck is wrong with you? For real. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, you know, like, we was one big ass tribe. But then when they split us up, look how we that's what I'm saying. It made it easier for motherfuckers to get out on us. And I ain't laughing about it. We making learning fun in here. Y'all know how I am, man. Like, y'all know how it is.
You're telling me to
That's how it was. Like, niggas split up. We became the Cherokees, Sioux. We all these smaller tribes. And what happened? Niggas got their ass caught. Motherfuckers ran and fell, tripped over a log. But if I was with your ass, we would have stayed together and you fell and tripped. I would have been running, you fell and tripped. Hold on, make it your Gucci ass up. Oh, shit, go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just do you like that. I'm loyal. I ain't just gonna leave. Gee, we gonna leave together. Nigga, we came together, we leave. I ain't no snake. See, some of y'all some snakes, y'all leave y'all friend. Nigga, only nigga Jason Voorhees big ass behind us, show up.
Yep, fits it all the way. I got a good feeling. About as good as you can get while clipping a guy who probably don't deserve it. Now I'm taking the shot.
You try, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm double back busting. Let's go. You want to fall again? Because, you know, some niggas be goofy. You grab the niggas still want to fall again. Jason, your ass up. You feel me? We ain't got no pipes or nothing. We just out here in the woods. You falling? I'm gone, Joe. You tripping. You ain't trying to live, nigga. You ain't finna get me called. You tripping. So that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the tribes. You was like, niggas, hey, y'all, niggas fell. Other niggas, let's split up. What we splitting up for? But we split up, though. We did, like, everybody got on split. I'll defend this part of the land, but they was really using spells. They started getting us into it with each other and shit too. So that's why we started splitting up. But you gotta know, at the beginning, we was all Mississippians. Niggas, that was saying you want a gang bang, nigga, we was all Mississippians. And before that, we was Atlanteans and Liberians. Before that, we was just flat out gods. We was Mississippians when we first became tribe. One big ass tribe of us. Niggas went they separate ways. You feel me? Niggas got to getting into it because they was working. They was working against. It wasn't like it wasn't just them warring. They would do shit like steal from this side, run to that side, and do all type of shit. And it started breaking us up. And we didn't have our metaphysical connections we once had with our pyramids. You feel me? So I'm just breaking it down for y'all to understand the shit. Like how they become weaker when they think about it. What happened boys in the hood? Saddest movie, saddest nigga out there that can't sit through that shit to this day. I had to damn near fast forward through it when they shot Ricky. Like, Ricky? Because Ricky wasn't even on nothing. You know, you want to see them type of people live. Like, he wasn't even gangbanging. It could have been Dope Boy, you know what I'm saying? Shit, for me, when this Dope Boy was in the streets, Ricky, nigga got a scholarship. He gone. You feel me? You be nigga scouts coming in the hood to see him. You feel me? Hey, Ricky, I'm there. He gone. He gonna make it. You feel me? He would have made it. You know what I'm saying? You seen that highlight tape? Out there like Barry said, he had a raw ass highlight tape on the movie though. When he sat down with Scotty, he got the like Bo Jackson, bro. My mom. But what happened? They got the gangs chasing them. And what niggas want to do? Split up. But had he stayed walking together, he could have went upside that shit like, nigga, what you got? You gonna scratch out his hole? What they? Nigga, you better wait till we get to. I would have told Ricky, man, you better wait till we get to the crib. I don't know what type of friend he was. Then he want to come out mad with blood in his pants after Ricky get smoked. Now like he ready to ride for him. Like he ready to ride. He come out the church. His daddy Lawrence Fishburne like, you think you going with that? He still got out the window. You okay? Trey on that. You feel me on that? Because you really got to smoke. A real friend would have been like, bro, we ain't splitting up, nigga, and your ass ain't finna be steady doing no scratch off shit. You tripping. You better put the bitches in your pocket. We get to the crib, then you can do that all day. But right now, they on our ass, you know it's up too. They, my man, you and your brother in too. Niggas, you tripping, G. Go outside that shit. Like, bro, if you don't put them scratch ups up, nah, ain't no splitting up. We together to the crib, nigga, put the scratch ups up. That's what a real friend gonna do. Nah, we gonna split up. He like, all right. Right, you know what I'm saying? What happened? Ricky still want to walk down the alley with his scratching off. Right? And then he didn't even ride for him. Did all the app could have kept him with you, kept him alive. You didn't do that. You feel me? Then you turned around and act like you was gonna ride for him, and then you got to talk about some let me out. You feel me? So yeah, though, you feel me? And then we ain't off topic. I'm making a point. You feel me? Like for real. Nigga wanna talk about let me out. Didn't even ride for him. You feel me? You did all of that. You could have kept him alive. Niggas would have stayed together. You see what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. We always want to split up in the heat of some shit, and that's what we was going to Mississippi is niggas split up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we fell into Cherokee, Choctaw, Bedford, Illinois Confederacy, this, that. But that was the worstest thing for us. And then after that, we became what? We became Negroes. We became Negroes, colored people, and all that. Wasn't no Latino, nothing. And then as we came into 1920s, we became African Americans, Latinos. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you look at us, nigga, we just Crips and Bloods and G's and B's and hoes and moms and pimps and baby daddies and baby mamas. You see what I'm saying? It's just niggas, everything what niggas Harvard graduate. Niggas, you more honorable to say that than they say he a doctor. What is you? I'm a Harvard graduate. Well, you a doctor, Harvard graduate. There ain't no God, nigga, get mad. You see what I'm saying? But I went to Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be loving. Nigga, United States Marine. You feel me? Niggas be any other player. You know what I'm saying? I'm signed to Sony. You feel me? I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Be happy to be everything but for what they really are. These are to take you out of your. I'm just saying, like I'm for real. Like you gotta know for what it is. You gotta know for what it is right now because we ride on that frequency. That's why I told y'all when I told y'all about China in the beginning. It's all played up the Mississippian super because when we was Mississippians, you feel me? We started activating ley lines. We were still channeling the information from the Atlantic. We still had that part of it. So we still had the game. We had the game. Even when we fell from Mississippians, became Cherokee, and now but we still had the game. We still knew how to operate in these woods, connect with nature. We still knew how to make things happen, use our magic. We were still there. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of this shit was able to get passed down. Right? And then after we came out of them tribes, you know what I'm saying, then we went into the Emancipation Proclamation. Like I told y'all, we never really went through slavery because we was always warring. It was just some of us would get caught and then they would be enslaved. You ain't seen no plantation ever in the history, 100,000 niggas on it. And you know, we trillions back then, for real, because we had more babies. Like I said, a guy is supposed to have as many babies as she has kids. That's a fact. That's how it used to be. It's not like that because these were all attacks against our species. You gotta see what I'm saying. You feel me? Like these were all attacks against our species. So when we were Mississippians, this is when we was still building. We was rebuilding the pyramids. All right, we was rebuilding the pyramids, and if you look it up, they gonna tell you it's called the Cahokia Mounds. Check it out. Let me show you. We were in the process of rebuilding the pyramids. You see what I'm saying? To form that energetic connection to communicate and you know, access certain weaponry that can help us in this war. Let me take on Cahokia. Cahokia was in middle Mississippi. All right?
Anytime. Even if they
you see it? The Cahokia Mounds. Now check it out. The biggest one, it was many of them, but the biggest, that's what they call them, the Cahokia Mounds in St. Clair County, Collinsville, Illinois. Now, what you got to understand, these are very powerful, energetic points because they was the Mississippians. We was in the process of trying to rebuild our ancient pyramids. That's why the mounds look like that. But some of them, if you look it up, they'll tell you like the biggest one the biggest one was goddamn the same size as the pyramids, the biggest pyramid of the You see what I'm saying? They'll tell you that much. They just not gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying, what was really going on with these mounds. See, that's one of the most beautiful things you can see about when you look up. See, they talk about the mounds right here. Like they say, look, Monk's Mound is the largest structure and central focus of the city. A massive platform mound with 4 terraces, 10 stories tall. It is the largest. And, they was way taller than that. They gonna lie on the numbers, but they still talked about how they were bigger than the pyramids of Giza. All right, you know what I'm saying? Now, for y'all that don't know, let me give y'all a quick drew rock of the pyramids of Giza. All right.
Out you get, buddy.
Man. Boom. Here you go. All right. So we know these are your pyramids of Giza. All right. These are your pyramids of Giza. Now, they basically tell you that the Cahokia Mountains was bigger than this biggest one right here. Okay. And you can look that up. They'll tell you that much. The Cahokia Mountains were bigger than the biggest ones. They knocked the ones that were built up got knocked down over the years. But the Cahokia Mountains, the biggest one, is bigger than the pyramids of Giza. Now, let me put y'all on game. All right. You gotta understand something. These mountains were being built as they were rebuilding them. They basically, the pyramids, they were in the process of rebuilding them, so they was in mound form, but they were still bigger than the pyramids of Giza. Okay, they were rebuilt. We were rebuilding up. But I don't want to say they. We were in the process of rebuilding our ancient pyramids when we was doing all that war with them. See what I'm saying? And that's because we had already activated the ley lines. So we had activated all the energetic points. This is why we created Stonehenge. Like, they can't take shit about Stonehenge. When you listen to how they talk, they be like, they don't really know. They just telling you what they think. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention. When they talk about the pyramids of Giza, they don't even know. That's Timbuktu. Where they telling about the pyramids of Giza is at, in that whole area that they got you thinking is Egypt, that's actually where the University of Timbuktu was at. Timbuktu was one of our most powerful universities we ever had information in the fucking multiverse. We have put so many books. You understand? Each dimension has high levels of information. That's the way we designed it. That's the beautiful thing about us. It's everlasting. Each planet, galaxy, dimension is high levels of information. That's just how we did. That's how we set it up. So Timbuktu was one of the most powerful universities we had. Like, when it came, it was the first university, right? It was the first place where we were able to take the multiverse and reconstruct it into a format where it's within the avatars for us to just project out. This is where the whole term university comes from. You feel me? They bitch ass can't tell you that because they don't even know that. They don't even know that they just know that it was open space and they appeared. And they won't tell you that. As far as the pyramids of Giza, but they don't know that where the pyramids of Giza is at. That's actually that whole area. That's where the University of Timbuktu was at. And when we was in that war, Timbuktu, what they did, our brothers and sisters on Timbuktu that worked at university, because it was an esoteric university. You know what I'm saying? They already had some energetic points set up around it. What they did was rose themselves to a higher frequency. So it appeared to leave three stone traces. Okay, so what you see is the pyramids is like the structure of them leaving. So imagine a bunch of smoke or dust coming out of ship or something, right? And then when the air hit it, it just freezes or something, right? That's what happened. Timbuktu was rising itself to a high frequency, right? And when they was in the process of rising itself to a high frequency, they tried to, remember they was using this ice age, we was at war. They was trying to freeze them, and they couldn't catch it. So what they left behind was the energetic imprint of all the dust when it rose in frequency. And it's not a ship, it's an actual location, but they rose it in frequency. It's a base, because it's a university, it's a base. You know what I'm saying? It's the esoteric thing about University of Timbuktu. They don't even know. So when they sit here trying to be like, that's why when they tried to destroy the pyramids, Hitler did, they was throwing bombs at it, it wouldn't blow up because it's on a certain land. The whole landmass right there used to be Timbuktu. And then Timbuktu still exists. They like literally in the sky above what you think is Egypt and the whole pyramids. They just on a higher frequency. I just said they rose themselves to a higher frequency. Listen to what I'm saying. They still there. They just can't see. You see what I'm saying? They just had a little higher frequency. Think about Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? The way Dragon Ball Z was, how you had like Piccolo and them living on the high frequency right above the earth. But the people that couldn't see them right in the sky, they couldn't see them. That's a frequency they cloak the frequency and rose themselves to high frequency, the University of Timbuktu. So that's what present day Egypt is. In the real ancient Egypt, where you got all these stories and legends right here in North America. You get what I'm saying? Ancient Egypt is right here in North America. Where you got the legends of Egypt that all happen right here. That all happened right here. That's why I was introducing her to Queen Khalifa and all of that. She was one of the Egyptians in the caliphate. As we was dropping the frequency, they became Californians. But on the Californian tribe. But the area where the pyramids of Giza is at, that area right there, that whole area, all that was the University of Timbuktu, and it's still in existence on a high frequency. And they're trying to freeze it. So when you see those pyramids, that's like the dust formations. They got froze, and they still when they locked in place like that because of the. It's not words for this type of energy that I'm trying to explain to you. You just got to know about it. You got to know it in here. But it's an energy that's higher. It's an energy that's so high that can't really be formulated into words because y'all don't have any words on this planet for this type of energy. But it will be the highest form of energy that they have ever known in science, but it exists. And this energy comes from the way certain galaxies touch and formulate when they interconnected and move because the galaxies move. And science don't really know this. That's what I mean. They don't have a metaphysical connection to the cosmos like we can, like right now. Just sharing the information directly from our ancestors to y'all like this. They could never do that. You see what I'm saying? So they end up being confused about a lot of our things that were set up, even though their ancestors did this shit. You see what I'm saying? And you got certain reptilian species that been here since the beginning of the war, and they still know what's going on because they only put the spells over us. They remember. Alright, so this is why they despise you so much. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. So, like, when people like why they treat us like this, it's way deeper than you being black. This is the whole war, and it's all type of events that's taking place, and it's harsh feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's real life harsh feelings in this shit. But you gotta. That's why they attack us the way they do, right? Through all these different outlets. But this is why you gotta know your history, so you can have the same type of harsh feelings. They can be on guard. You can't even guard against this type of attack, and we haven't been able to guard against it, not knowing how deep it go and what's really going on. So over here in America, this would be what they call ancient Egypt while everything took place. This is what make the Mississippi brings back to the Mississippi. The Mississippi River connects all the way down to what would be southern Africa. And really, this would be what they call America's ancient Egypt. So what is that telling you? That really America is Africa. This is why Arizona, the Grand Canyon, leads into Africa, because you're in Africa, in North America. You're just in a different part of Africa. It's all connected. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they don't want you to know that, and they don't tell you that. So they don't, like I told y'all, there is no water that separates any of the continents. They all connected by land. It's one landmass, right? But they gave us a different map. They gave us a different map. So they gave us this other map, you feel me? They gave us this other map that they placed in front of us. You get what I'm saying? Drop them down so y'all can still hear me too, because I know it'll be freezing in and out. But they gave us all these basic maps that they placed in front of us. You get what I'm saying? That they draw out, they show us in school. So it's hard for your brain to even fathom what I'm telling you without even seeing it. It's nothing I can point to show it to you, because there's no, all can see the nice school. Just know y'all can hear me. There's no maps that I can show y'all that's online, right? So it's like you got to be a visionary to really see what I'm telling you. But all the landmass is connected, right? And this is why the Mississippians, when we created the Mississippi River, it connects everything, and then it connects, and then it turns into what they don't want us to know that this is all connected. So then it turns from the Mississippi, it turns into the Nile River.
You're always nervous. Relax.
And then it goes from the Nile River and it runs clean into the Amazon River down in what they want to tell you is South America. The Amazonian River and the Nile River, all of that used to be the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River runs from all the way up top through Wisconsin, all the way down to South America, man. but they don't want you to know that. You see what I'm saying? It's the same body of water. So they got you thinking they got this the Mississippi River, this the Nile River, and this the Amazon River. But the Amazon River and the Nile River and the other rivers of the world, those are connected to in different ways. But the Amazon River, the Nile River, and the Mississippi River are all the same river. It's a metaphysical fact. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that water was put there was the disguise, because it was put there during this war. So it was put there to disguise from the energy that's under it. So even they don't know that it's some energy points under the Mississippi River and what they call the Nile River and what they call the Amazonian River. They just know that it's powerful. They know it's powerful energetic points that run through it, but they don't understand exactly what the Mississippi River is themselves. Because they would have been trying to drain out the water and they would have built something over it or something. You know what I'm saying? Even if they tried, they would be able to definitely at this point. So I can tell they asked that now. Because I know they be here watching. So you know what I'm saying? But it ain't shit y'all can do with it now, no way, regardless. It's over with. But yeah, this is what you gotta understand about the Mississippi and tribe in the Mississippi. You start getting what I'm saying? Like, and so this is why when I was mentioning the mounds, right? And how you got mounds and what they want to call Illinois that were bigger on the ancestors, that were bigger than what they want to say about the pyramids, right? This is due to that extreme fact. You get what I'm saying? To that fact. To that fact that
send them to my guy Ron. I'll need a proper view.
The Mississippians still possess a lot of the ancient technology that we had coming from that Atlantean state. You know what I'm saying? Coming from that Atlantean state. And then it's also why Larry Hoover, for example, was locked up for so many years. Because he's a direct descendant of King David. And King David was one of the chiefs of the Mississippian tribe.
Trevor!
When we was all Mississippians, King David was one of the chiefs of the tribe. It was many though, because we was all Mississippi, it was one big tribe. But the Mississippians even used to still communicate with the extraterrestrial races and cosmic forces because they were aware of it. When you talk about the Mayans came after the Mississippians. You hear what I'm saying? That all those tribes, Mayans, Aztecs, Inca, all them was all tribes at the same time. There wasn't different eras. You feel me? You can't be in here with that American history book information thinking like, oh, okay, well, you know, the Mayans and the Aztecs were completely different civilizations, and they were a different note. The Mayans, Aztec, Inca, Cherokee, Egyptians, all of them tribes was around at the same damn time. When you don't understand that fact, that's how they get you to believe in fucking time, and you start thinking they have been here 6,000 years. So no, they ain't never been here. They ain't been here that long. They went back and they wrote themselves into our history, and they created all these fake ass pictures that never even happened to make themselves appear to be like they've been here all this time, as far as these human beings. So all the history they've been giving us was fucking lies. They ain't no. So that's how you get to thinking like, oh, damn, yeah, well, the Aztecs and the Incas and the Mayans, and you know what I'm saying? Yes, they were all tribes that descended from the Mississippians. This is the power of the Mississippians. That's why I'm telling you that. Now you think about all the shit they tell you the Mayans was doing, and the Aztecs and the Inca and the Egyptians, right? Then you understand what the fuck the Mississippi, when we was Mississippi, we was on even higher frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was still in damn near super God format when we was Mississippians. So it's like, this is why I say this lecture ain't nothing like this shit, like real divine information right now. This ain't nothing like, because you gotta understand that so you can understand what's going on right now. You feel me? When you talk about these Mayan prophecies, who you think they got the prophecies from before they remember the Mayans separated and became a smaller tribe of the Mississippians. Like, all this shit come from the Mississippians. We the one that vibration. Well, that's when we set the tone for everything that's going on now. Like, we start setting certain curses in place that was like, okay, even if we, no matter how far we fall, we was bound to bounce back up because we left certain portals open, we left certain things in play. This is why we going through a great awakening now. The whole Kundalini energy rise and planet waking up, that was all set in place when we was in the Mississippian state, because we was still talking to cosmic forces. We still had our ancestors traveling, landing. We was traveling. We was still doing our thing as Mississippians. They got you thinking the Mississippi was out there in the motherfucking cornfield shoveling some corn on their back. Man, hell no, I don't believe none of them lies about us, man. Your people gods, man, for real. Like y'all people are gods, man. Y'all are descendants of pure cosmic royalty. Like y'all ain't know anybody. Like non-ether beings. Like for us, what non-ether beings? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know that, because they ain't gonna never tell us this shit in school. They'll never tell us this, nigga. They ain't gonna tell us half this shit. They gonna tell us the complete opposite. You feel me? Like I say, when they take off flying, they got all this thinking they flying across the ocean. Like if you get on a flight to Africa, you gonna go across the water for 18 hours, and you gonna be like, damn, I had to leave land and go across the ocean. You go across the ocean, they just pick your ass in the air. That ain't riding you up and down the motherfucking ocean. Got you for hours. Got you thinking like you gotta. Don't take no hours to get to actually South Africa, because when you go into Africa, they really taking you to South Africa. So it's like it don't take no hours to get there. I don't know, 18 hours, but they gonna fly over the water back and forth to make you think that, so that you have no fucking clue where you at. That's why I told you all that has to do with the things we set up as Mississippians. They gotta do this because you can live. You so programmed and designed. You can see. You can just see something, and it's gonna enact a bunch of energy codes. Some of y'all hold like the anomaly, certain codes to crack in the light code lockdown is only in certain some of y'all. Some of y'all hold it and hold it in different codes. It's all programming. So some of y'all hold different codes. You feel me? That's why they don't be wanting me to get on here and tell y'all this type of information. You feel me? They be sending me threats and trying to play with me like that, because no matter how I can sit here and joke and laugh and all of that, you feel me? We can have 10 million people on the live. There could be 10 people on the live. I'm gonna keep it real, over rich with you. Now, if you don't want to understand that, that's on you. I did my part. I'm telling you what's going on. Now you can keep playing around this motherfucker. You feel me? Like that's on you. You see what I'm saying? I did my part, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes in this war with these people. So that's all part of my part. You feel me? Like letting y'all know, like, and from a divine way, like this is our shit. You feel me? And you just can't know it's our shit. You got to know the history of our shit, and you got to be able to string this together to grow. We just can't be sitting here discussing it and not understanding how to apply it to our everyday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you this just for you to watch the shit in no goddamn movie. It's real. This is real shit I'm telling you about. You see real shit in my motherfucking eyes. I'm not playing about nothing I'm saying. We can laugh and joke all day, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm still telling you something that you need to hear. You feel me? Like you gotta know how serious it is, because like the way your ancestors set the planet up, you know, in these like these mountains. That's why they find pyramids all in motherfucking Mexico. That's why they find pyramids all through, because we put these mounds and we was rebuilding them back up, and we was doing it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not nowhere you can go, and this is why like you are able to find the same things across different continents. If you really had to travel across the water, do you think you're gonna be seeing pyramids in Africa and in North America, if you want to call it that? No. You got plants that's only grown in Africa that they find over here in America. If you start studying about plants that they know don't grow, like for example, I keep telling y'all, palm trees are even natural to the goddamn planet. Now you got all type of other trees that don't even come from this part of the land. It comes from like Africa somewhere, right? And them trees or those plants come from there, and they can't even tell you how they got here. But they're like, well, this is found in Africa. This, you know, like you gotta pay attention to that type of talk. You get what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to that type of talk to understand what's going on the planet. So when we was putting all these ley lines in this power, when we put these rivers, these bodies of water like the Mississippi River, and it's a very powerful point. You see what I'm saying? And then you got people that's like divinely connected to ancient Mississippian lineage, like a Larry Hoover. This is why Larry Hoover connects to that. You know what I'm saying? Larry Hoover connects to that because, like I said, he's a direct descendant of one of the kings of the Mississippian tribe. This is why they locked him up and they framed him for the murder and the drugs. And then they took his organization and his vision and they turned that shit to a gang. So if you don't know nothing about Larry Hoover's vision or who he really is and what he stood for, you would have no clue about his connection, because you would just think he's some gang leader because that's the way he's painted. You see what I'm saying? That's the way he's painted. You feel me? That's the way he's painted. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, he was locked up, but that organization flourished all around the continent. And because of that energy that he has on him, it's a tribal thing, right? And like all the GDs that he had behind him, them was like warriors that would have been willing and ready to go to war against the system behind his teachings. You see that they knew his teachings. This how deep it get. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know that, but it's how deep it get. And then, like I say, not only is he direct descendant of King David, but King David was like the role they played in the Mississippians. They was the ones that was opening up the gateways for extraterrestrial races to come here. Okay? So this is why, as you can see, like, I didn't get on here and start no Free Larry Hoover movement and none of that. Like, that just came on the internet. Like, I'm like, dang, everybody saying Free Larry Hoover all of a sudden. That's how I saw it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just came out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But this is because of the planet waking up. Like, he got the power, right? He got the power to get out of the feds, and if he just started talking, everybody would gravitate, and then you got all the people that's behind the plus, these people that don't know him but heard of him, they'll gravitate, like, and then it'll be like a more of an awakening, right? And the closer certain, like, he got a galactic code that where, now that you got all these different galaxies here, right? You got individuals that was when they was here in the flesh as Mississippians, they never came back. Like, we chose to come back. You got some of us that didn't come back, and they on these spaceships. They still remember the war, they just didn't come back. So, you know, they coming back with a different energy. You got certain chiefs and people that was killed in this war, they're back with a different energy. This is all interconnected, so this is a galactic thing. This is why you start seeing this push. You see fucking Drake and Kanye album, something about some Free Larry Hoover. They could have been saying that for years. Larry Hoover been locked up before they was born. You get what I'm saying? Like, why now? Why when all this is going on? What the fuck is so big about a Free Larry Hoover movement? But I'm telling you, the galactics behind it. A lot of people might not even know themselves why they drawn to it. Why all of a sudden, you see, they don't even know the deepness of it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of people just gonna say Free Larry Hoover because they his genius. So like Free Larry Hoover, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't know the truth about the depth of it, but I'm telling you, the depth of it, you know what I'm saying? That's why when he descended back into this, and when Larry Hoover reincarnated in this lifetime again, he was born in Mississippi, along the Mississippi River. And then from the Mississippi, he moved to Chicago, which was the fucking capital of the Mississippians. And then he got all that power. Like, there ain't no accident. All that took place along the Mississippi River, which were all the powerful, energetic places. And this is why Chicago is such a powerful city. And I mean, not Chicago, I mean, like, all the fucking cities. It's ley lines everywhere. You get what I'm saying? But we strictly talking about the Cahokia part of the Mississippi. You feel me? Like, this is why Chicago is so powerful. And this is why they had us killing each other. And they killing the fuck out of each other right now. Because all that energy is right there, but now it's being manipulated. It's being manipulated. It's deeper than Lake Michigan. It's about the Mississippi. Because see, Lake Michigan, that was just a body of water that was man-made, where they threw all the bodies in. They built lakes. Mostly, all of your lakes are man-made, and they were only made to hide the bodies of our ancestors. That's what you better know. That's a fact. So, but I'm talking about the Mississippi River. Even if you pay attention to the Cherokee and the Trail of Tears, where the fuck they send them through? They make them go across the Mississippi. Why? Because it's awesome energy. You gotta understand energy. Emmett Till was hung in the Tallahatchie River. Where was that at? In Mississippi. When he was tortured like that was a fucking ritual. And his whole family that let him get drug out the house, some bitches. I'm gonna let y'all know that personally. Y'all are some cowards, you feel me? I'm gonna tell y'all just like that. Because, like, I don't respect none of you. Oh, that's what I'm saying, that old house Negro energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all let the motherfucking people come in there and just grab Emmett Till like that. House full of y'all. Y'all ain't do shit. Y'all let them walk in. Go listen to the story. Like, y'all let them walk in the crib and pick who they was gonna torture that night. They picked him. They should have had to do him whistling in a white woman. He never even did. Even though they telling you he didn't do it, I'm telling you shit never even happened. They literally just went to the black folks' house in the middle of the night and picked the house and picked the nigga. You feel me? Because they was trying to make a blood sacrifice ritual along the 33rd parallel. You think I'm lying? It's all got and that's all the Mississippi River runs along the 33rd parallel line. This is the way we set it up. This is why I'm trying to tell you some powerful souls that come up from off the other side of that Mississippi River. I mean, there's powerful souls everywhere. But what I'm saying is, you better know, there's some super, super powerful souls that be coming off that motherfucking Mississippi River, man. You get what I'm saying? It's way deeper than me ever talked to and told you. Let me show you something.
No one's jealous of you, Floyd.
Emmett Till, right?
You're abused by that woman. You're abused by these slave
Mississippi
drivers.
River.
I mean,
It's
I've never worked so hard in my life.
It ain't so bad. I've been doing this every day.
Show y'all something if I can pull it up.
Are you under the influence? Only usually with less of... I've been doing this every day for 10 years. Only usually with less of the criminality.
Mississippi is on the 33rd, it runs along the 33rd parallel.
I just hope that broke your goddamn neck. You're wasting your life, Floyd. It's lucky we turned up when we did. I'm saving you from yourself.
Okay. Emmett Till was killed at Money,
When
Mississippi.
he was mother, he's fine.
Okay?
The spillage shouldn't take this long.
Money, Mississippi. Hold on, I just pulled that up. Money, Mississippi, right? I know I wasn't tripping. Money, Mississippi. That's where Emmett Till was sacrificed at. It's all got something to do with the power of the Mississippi. I'm trying to tell you. Now check this out. Money, Mississippi. Let's see, what is the longitude and latitude of Money, Mississippi, since I don't know what I'm talking about. What is what is the longitude of Money, Mississippi?
You dirtbag!
Oh, what is the longitude of Money, Mississippi? Let's flip it around, y'all. 33 degrees. Those are the coordinates of Money, Mississippi. 33rd parallel, 90 degrees west. Once again, I repeat, where Emmett Till was sacrificed. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what I'm talking about. You know? I just want to show it real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they let me prove my point because they don't really show shit like this. But Emmett Till was sacrificed, like I told y'all, on the 33rd parallel, right? And he was sacrificed in Money, Mississippi. And look at the coordinates of Money, Mississippi. 33 degrees. That's the 33rd parallel, the most powerful energetic point on the planet. 90 degrees west off that. All right? So Emmett Till was a blood sacrifice, like I was saying. You feel me? Before I was really interrupted by Google to prove my point to the people in the back of class. They just know I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Emmett Till was sacrificed in Money, Mississippi, like I was telling y'all, on the 33rd parallel. It was a blood sacrifice. They ain't never admitted that. They always say he was killed over some racism. No, he was not. It was a blood sacrifice. Now, why would they sacrifice him? Because they were trying to channel energy off the Mississippi River, which also runs along the 33rd parallel. So you got to understand, all this has to do with the Mississippians and the energy we place right there. You get what I'm saying? The energy we place right there. And they are aware of that. Even the Trail of Tears, what they do, they marched them all the way across the Mississippi River. They didn't have to make them go that far. You ever wonder, like, why they make the Cherokee walk so far? See what I'm saying? The ones that folded, because the ones that didn't fold became Seminoles. And they kept going and warm with their bitch ass. But you know, you always got the ones that must want to fold under pressure. So the ones that folded under pressure, they ass took that walk. You see what I'm saying? And the ones that didn't fold, they stayed and became Florida Seminoles. And they were Seminoles in Georgia through everywhere, they got pushed down into Florida. That's another story though. But what I'm saying is, why do you think they made the Cherokee march across the Mississippi to New Indian Territory, which they labeled as Oklahoma? And all the Cherokee that marched across the Mississippi, they did go into Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lot of them died. So many of them transcended that by the time, there wasn't that many left by the time they got to actual Tulsa, Oklahoma, to be honest with you. But it was still a lot of us left. And when we got to Tulsa, Oklahoma, this is where you get your story of Black Wall Street couple generations later. You know, that greatness don't stay with us. You know what I'm saying? That greatness gonna stay with us. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter what they do. You feel me? They can kill us. They can't kill the greatness. That shit just stay with us. You feel me? They can help us deport, but they can't stop the greatness. That shit stay with us. You feel me? So you gotta understand that was all ritualistic shit why it was done. Now, when you understand that about the Mississippi, and then you can understand like why it's a lot of warrior energy in the Midwest. That was what the Confederacy was at. So this is why any soul that comes into them states, they gonna take on that energy. So when the soul get there, they gonna be in that energy. This is why they be like that. But see, they don't understand that there is warrior energy, but it's being manipulated for them to war and kill each other. They don't know that. This is why they war so crazy in the streets like that, because it's warrior energy. You gotta understand, it's a warrior energy right there already. It's the energy. It's the energy. It's the energy. But if that energy is misplaced, then motherfuckers gonna war with each other because of the spells. You get what I'm saying? But it's all based off Mississippians. Of Mississippians. You get what I'm saying? You gotta understand this shit get deep. And then, like, remember, we Mississippians everywhere. So that's why I say it's not just Chicago and in the Midwest and all those. It's even LA and everywhere. That energy everywhere because we had these tribes. And each side of the Mississippians had warriors. And in the capital was Cahokia. What Cahokia, Illinois is today. You feel me? But it was that warrior energy everywhere. See what I'm saying? Naturally.
What in the...
Why? Because we got all these ley lines. Remember, we activated them.
I tried to...
They froze the planet in time, but we still activated certain energy points. So the energy activated, use it. We started losing more of the war. So we became many smaller tribes, and they started building over these energy points. You get what I'm leading to? It's where your railroad tracks come from. All your railroad tracks are strategically placed along ley lines. All your churches, all your temples of religious worship are strategically placed over energy points. Energy hubs, we got them everywhere.
We got to build them back
Every
up.
single one. You got to know that. All the energy they start building over our shit. Oh, that's the energetic point they build over it.
There, perfect.
The whole downtown Chicago, heavy energy, they build over it. St. Louis downtown, built over it. Detroit downtown, built over it. See what I'm saying? Cincinnati downtown, built over it. Indianapolis downtown, built over it. Kansas City, built over it. But Iowa, built those. I built. Then they spread. New York, LA, Miami. Anywhere where it's a downtown at, there's energy there. That's why they make sure they take that. You don't know where all the energy is going downtown. That's why when you go to any downtown, it feels so more lively than other parts of your city and your town. Downtown will always be a little bit more, something about it, like downtown. But you will not understand they built it over there. And then the reason why it was easy to pull us into the churches is because they know about these Mississippian energy points we set up when we was Mississippian. So what they do is they built over those. And you be all drawn to the church, not knowing it's the energy that's pulling you. It's all energy.
Okay, all right.
See what I'm saying?
What is that smell?
It's all energy.
We are going straight to the local union.
So the sacrifice of Emmett Till, that was along the 33rd parallel. A lot of people don't know that, though. They don't even know that. They've been sacrificing us and doing this. When they hung us on trees, they didn't ever just hang all of us. They was hanging everybody. No. They were strategic hangings. And if they could map out the hangings, you're going to see that all of them happened along the 33rd parallel. There was always blood sacrifices. Because just like you can give a blood sacrifice to channel the Orishas more, right? Like a blood sacrifice and shit like that, when you go into higher levels of magic and stuff like that, you will see them do what? You'll see them use like chickens and stuff like that and goats like in Lovecraft Country, right? It's all real. So you can give positive blood sacrifices too, right? But then you got the negative blood sacrifices where you channel negative fallen entities. It's reverse magic. Remember?
Trevor.
Remember, I told you got light magic and you got dark magic. You see what I'm saying? So this is what they do. All them hangings, they ain't gonna tell you why they hung. Why they picked the tree? Why did they pick the tree? See what I'm saying? Why they hang you? Why they ain't just kill you? Why you must have been hung? All that was ritual. Think about it, if you go to Africa and you see somebody they do voodoo, you're gonna see dolls hanging. See what I'm saying? You're gonna see dolls hanging. They did the same shit with us. They do reverse. They pulling energy. They channeling energy. Feel me? It's all a form of magic. So they have us hanging from the tree.
Man, are you serious? This motherfucker.
And us being divine beings,
you like it. As I
connected
told
to the
you,
tree.
it's yours.
What do you think that did to the tree?
For the 5th time, yes. But I gotta go. I'll be in
Hanging us
touch
on the
about our little
trees.
venture.
Man, good looking. Yeah.
What do you think that showed the energies they was trying to work with? That remember, it's a spiritual warfare. So we got the good high vibrational energy frequency, and then you got the fallen angels. That's the basis of it all. You can channel their energy to help you too. Remember, they are still gods. The fallen angels still gods. Just like you. You can't look at them like some fake shit. They look just like you. They just the ones that chose to go a different route. That's it. Just like we can channel the reaches, and we can channel archangels, and we can call in our help. You could make negative channels and that's what they do in the music industry. They'll make a blood sacrifice. The whole purpose of the blood sacrifice is the life forces in that they want to prove to the spirit that they mean it. The spirit listen more when you willing to suffer, when you willing to bleed, when you willing to give blood, when you willing to donate life force. It's a spiritual thing, so they listen more. Just like when you cry. If you cry, they listen even more because it's you releasing it. This is powerful. This is when you get on that deep level of magic. This is what they do. You got to understand why they do the blood sacrifices. See, people be like, that's a sacrifice, but you're not understanding what the fuck, why they really doing it and what they doing it. And you wondering, like, how the fuck they can still make it snow even though our ancestors here fighting them off because they making certain sacrifices. They doing shit. They still getting us to participate in certain rituals. Like you got Valentine's Day coming up. Those are all part of ritualistic sacrifices. You need to learn more about magic. You will see. You'll see. You like, oh shit.
Just like me.
Yeah.
Strong, silent, deadly,
man.
Tough.
All that has to do
people don't fuck with. Nobody.
With what we brought down as the Mississippians.
Nobody likes it.
It was the Mississippians that brought the magic back. They kept the magic alive. They kept that information alive of connecting to forest spirits and the animals on that level. It was the Mississippians that kept that esoteric information rolling. So when we warned against these oppressors, they built over all of this shit. That's why they wanted the land. You think they wanted the land to grow some fruit? Think about it. Like they did all this wanting to do what? Take our land, right? We want our land back. Do you think all this was about some goddamn fruit and cotton? What really is up with the land that they wanted it so bad? It gotta do more than just goddamn grow some fruit. You think this all about some niggas think this shit about apples and grapes and sugar cane, you feel me? All the shit they trade on the market, the metals, copper. No, it's way deeper than that. You think all this about? No, this is about the power, true power that lies in the land. And we set this up when we was in the Mississippi state. All the energy that was left in what they call Africa, they already drank that. The only part of the land they haven't drank yet, they hit Asia, they hit, is North America. And it's because the way the Mississippians set it up, they can't drain the energy out of this. They can manipulate it, but they can't drain it. And even after manipulating it, it's going to always bounce back to flow. It's going to go AB. Because it's current. It's current. Current flows. If you know anything about electricity and current, a current flows. So you can't stop the flow of current. That's beyond their power. They are 63 beings. And malevolent extraterrestrial forces that don't have no power outside of this planet. You see what I'm saying? Reptilians, the ones down here, can't never go home. Yeah, you can't never go back home to your home planet. Y'all niggas smokes. Y'all scared. They down here hiding, picking on you, knowing that you don't remember shit. And if you ever wake up, they're going to run. That's why they running now, because now we waking up. You see what I'm saying? They cowards. If they wasn't cowards, you would have been seen them. The reptilian race is a very they're a very scary race, but they are very intelligent and very manipulative. That's where their power lies. But they cowards, though. You see what I'm saying? You see, we waking up, now they running again, niggas. All the billionaires got to step it down all of a sudden. Nigga, they panicking. Nigga, they done made up a whole pandemic. They rolling out vaccines every week on niggas because they panic. Oh, these niggas waking up. Shit. Oh, shit, we gonna have to leave. We ain't got nowhere to go. We ain't got nowhere else to go. Shit, nigga, we finna hit y'all with this thing every week if we got to. We ain't got nowhere else to go. Y'all tripping. Y'all was never supposed to wake up. You see? That's how the reptilians feel. You know? The Pleiadians got more nuts than them. You feel me? The Pleiadians actually landed. The crazy thing is the reptilians running, but the Pleiadians the ones that actually came and landed and was like, hit the whole back door. They set us up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you gotta understand the energy. Like, they attacked the Mississippians on Thanksgiving. The whole Thanksgiving celebration is about their attacking the Mississippians. And they attacked the Mississippians the same way they did when they first landed. They hit us with the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? And when you're like, well, why we fall for it? Because it's just like, you gotta remember who we fighting against. We fight against our people. We fight against spiritual forces and principalities that was once our brothers and sisters.
What the fuck?
I don't think you hear me. Let me repeat that. When people are like, well, why we falling for it then? Why we? Okay, I'll repeat that. We are fighting against spiritual forces and principalities that were once our cosmic brothers and sisters. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think you do. I know it's somebody in the back of class. You can't understand what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? You can't. You ain't listening. Because that's just like your brother and your sister. They gonna know you. Your homie gonna know you. Your friend gonna know you. The worst person to ever fall out with and become enemies with is somebody you was friends with or a family. They know where you sleep, the door, the car you drive, when you leave, how you leave, they know your whole schedule. That's a dangerous motherfucking enemy to have. See what I'm saying? So, understand, you feel me? Understand that these spiritual forces, we be saying, nigga, that was your brother. So I think you gotta acknowledge that so that you can fully understand who the fuck you fighting against. You're not fighting against a motherfucker that don't know you. You're fighting against a motherfucker that knows you very well. So it's always been that type of battle. He's very he a little slick motherfucker. He is slick as hell, so slick as hell. You know what I'm saying? He's a coward too. That's why his whole minions is cowards. Because they wasn't the cowards, we could have got it cracked a long time ago. They hide behind shit. But he's very, 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 very intelligent, though. Very intelligent, like. So, you gotta know that everything that was set in place, he had his hand in it. And this is why we had cosmic forces that helped us to have their hand in it. So this gets us to where we are today, where we are right now. It's all based around what the Mississippians was doing. You see what I'm saying? It was a code that was already set up for us to rise again. Why you think the Mayans was able to talk about the end of the world? That code comes from the Mississippians. Like when we was Mississippi, they was just Mississippians. We had to fall. They fell into separate tribes trying to win the war. And then spells were cast over the tribes. So the tribes, then we started arguing with each other. Then it was like we wasn't like fighting with each other really, but it was like, oh, fuck y'all, we gonna defend this side, y'all defend that side. The camaraderie left. And then they was able to speak in and start doing more. And next thing you know, you look up, niggas getting annexed off the land. Like, that's literally how it went. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like making no excuses for us or nothing. It's just how it went. So, but it was meant to go that way. It was meant to go that way. So the Mississippians, like, this is why I want to talk about the Mississippians, because they very, very powerful. And a lot of what you see going on right now is because we set this in place when we was in Mississippi mode.
So I
You
think
see
I
me?
can count on your attendance,
This is
friend.
why they doing the Larry Hoover, right? This is why they want to attack any of us
It's very
or any soul, right?
Are you?
Shit, if being a
Any
martyr means to
soul
smoke good weed, for sure. Like
any soul that's on that frequency.
Before you go and collect the
You feel me?
Before I what? You know, get the supplies. Can't have a smoke in without.
Oh, fuck, it was crooked or something.
You know.
There we go. Any soul that's on that frequency.
It's a revolution. And then call me. Crazy motherfucker.
This is why I tell you, I say, the whole Larry Hoover thing is way deeper. It's a galactic thing. And that's why you see them trying to help you. All of a sudden, it's a push now. It should have been a push if you really thinking about it. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? His blueprint is not negative, it's positive. But he did do something. He's a direct descendant of one of the kings of the Mississippians. With the energy to fight the oppressors. You got 60s, you got 70s, 80s, 90s. All that would have been like a continuation of Panther energy. Had he not went in there because what the vision he had for his movement was completely different. And not just him, Jeff Ford too. He's another descendant, Mississippian connected. He locked up for trying to get a missile from Gaddafi to go against the federal government. See what I'm saying? You gotta understand why they locked him up. It's a galactic thing. It's him, Jeff Ford too. He not went in there because what the vision he had for his movement was completely different. And not just him, Jeff Ford too. He's another descendant, Mississippian connected. He locked up for trying to get a missile from Gaddafi to go against the federal government. See what I'm saying? You gotta understand why they locked him up. It's a galactic thing.
Someone needs a skin peel.
That's why when people say the term gang, gang. If you want to say a gang, niggas, y'all been gang. You was gang. You the original gang. See what I'm saying? We ain't talking about no Crips, no Bloods, no GDs, no nothing. We talking about the tribes. What you think that was? It was structure, it was organization, it was rules, it was... What you think that was? What you think the army is, the military is, a gang? What you think the police department is? A gang. NYPD, APD, Atlanta PD, Miami PD, CPD, Chicago PD, and New York PD. They ain't goddamn everywhere, nigga. What you think they is? That ain't nothing new. It's just when we was the original gang, you know what I'm saying? We was gang banging with the right people. We wasn't gang banging with each other. We wasn't hurting each other. We wasn't disrespecting each other, stealing from each other, robbing, putting each other down. We wasn't on none of that energy. And we not on that energy moving forward. We about building each other up. Peace, God. Peace, God. You know what I'm saying? Calling you by your divine name. Calling each other by our divine names. Even if you don't see yourself in that light. You see what I'm saying? It gotta change the whole speed. That's what it starts with. Okay, peace, God. Get in the habit to see somebody. Peace, God. See somebody vibing low, peace, self, you know? You know what I'm saying? That's how we greeted each other. It's power in the greeting. When we speak highly to each other, you feel good. That increases your vibration. When we speak badly to each other, the tongue is a weapon. It's really a weapon. That's basic information. You learned that back in church now. They lied to you about everything in church because a lot of the sect, they was re-rocking shit and just sprinkling their lies on top of it anyway. So you gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that. And right now, where we is on this planet, you see China once again, like I repeat, you see China launching their own sun, which is not a sun. We already talked about that. Go on some grocery shit ain't restocking like it used to. Some stuff, you go back, you ain't got any stock for weeks. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? I know you are. I know y'all see this shit happening in front of y'all. You might, people don't want to say that they want to keep. Nigga, now you see that. You see this shit, boy. They're going to try to starve us out. All of that. It's coming. They already got the chip. I'm trying to tell y'all about the chip years ago, but they not playing. That's what your new proof gonna be. Or this hot sauce. They already came with their mandate. You see, they came with the mandate. They getting gangster. They got their winter soldiers ready. I was telling y'all about since last year. Don't sleep on those guys either. They don't plan on using no regular military flesh. You got military people that's waking up that ain't helping them. They know that. They like, we can't. They know they can't depend on regular human beings or regular guys and goddesses do they there. They know that they not that stupid. They not that stupid. Now, remember who they being led by? Zeus. Now, remember who they generals is. He ain't stupid at all. See what I'm saying? That's why they created fake winter soldiers. Look how big they is. They like 8 feet, 9 feet. You hear me? They create them up. They create their ass big as hell. They rolling out little stories about them a little bit now, but I've been telling you about these winter soldiers. That's what they gonna use to try to force it in you. That's next. They came with the mandate now. The next step is to literally physically force it in you. I told y'all, get y'all guns ready. Get your guns ready. Get your mind ready. I've been telling y'all that since last year, man. Don't let it play out in front of you, hoping shit don't happen. You see it happening. But you got people that are getting the YouTube and troll. I told you, anybody getting here trolling the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. I'm a fucking threat to them, man. Fucking enemy number one. I told y'all that. They know I'm connected and protected by force. And who speaks through me and who stands behind me, they know. Ain't nobody getting censored as much as me right now on the internet. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's a fact. Why? What they scared of? I'm just a little old Rashad Jamal. They don't know nothing. There's nothing they got on the internet. Niggas ain't even see it. I had to redo it. I'm like, that man was picked off on my head. He was running. Yeah, why they doing all that for? Because this shit I'm telling y'all is powerful information. It's not information, it's weaponry I'm telling you, I'm giving you. Now how you gonna use it? Can't be no fear. Because you ain't none of your ancestors ever had fear. This your shit. You'll never die. And they war with you. So you gonna sit there and just let them kill you? You see how aggressive they coming with the backs? You see it. You see the shells and shit getting emptier. Y'all ain't paying attention to that? Cause I am. I see it clearly. China launching plasma energy balls that they trying to disguise as the sun. Who to get their food? Like I bet you a bunch of motherfuckers believe that too. Meanwhile, it don't matter how many fake plasma energy balls y'all trying to create. They should throw that shit at our ass when we shift. Y'all think we not what we is. You gonna see, man. You gonna see, trust me. I guarantee you, and you gonna see me on that front line too. Hey, put this shit right in your face. They making whole plasma energy balls to throw at our ass. Niggas talking about the sun. Ain't thinking at all. Like, these motherfuckers can't take no sun, so what the fuck they like invest the energy and create motherfuckers? They don't want the one we got to shine, nigga. Did you forget they create the weather, motherfucker? What do you think they doing with that motherfucker? Alright. Yeah, they made the sun. Alright, cool. When they throw that bitch at our ass, nigga, you feel me? You gonna be like, oh shit, if God wasn't lying, nigga. They testing weapons in front of us. All the weapons have been disactivated. Why are they working on plasma energy weapons? Fake plasma energy, because that low grade, that shit don't nothing. So when they throw that motherfucker, they ain't gonna do shit but disintegrate. Well, this shit is over with. Y'all should have left. You know what I'm saying? All that trying to create fake plasma energy balls, that shit ain't gonna work. Because you know if they nuclear weapons work, nigga, they'd be working on atomic bombs. We shut them codes off. That shit over with. Now they trying to work on their little plasma energy balls and vaccine you. That's what it comes to, y'all. Starve you out, vax you out, throw energy balls at you, and hope that you don't fuck up they winter soldiers. That's what the vax is for. You have no clue how strong you is and what's happening to your genetics right now. But they do though. Meanwhile, somebody in class like he just talking, but you see them making this shit in front of your face. You see the shelves empty and shit taking longer to restock. Like, hold on, nigga, them juices normally get back in 3 days. It's been about 3 weeks. They still got my favorite juice. Yeah, nigga, what's going on? Okay? I'm telling y'all, get y'all generators, get y'all water, start back meditating. Niggas still. I can see if they wasn't trying to silence me, nigga. It makes sense. They're like, nigga, well, they used to be talking to me funny, though. No, nigga, you see them trying to attack me, I'm telling y'all, you should know this shit real deal. Like, hold on, they on his ass. Now, goddamn it, we was laughing. I thought the shit was just, I was just scrolling. I seen the nigga shining, so I clicked in, but you see the shit happening there, they fucking with us talk about it. Like, hold on, yeah, what he do? He just only talking to us about this shit. I don't see him even in the street killing motherfuckers. I can see if I went on a serial rampage, nigga, I can pop up on the news, like I just killed 29,000 cops and white people and some shit. You ain't never seen that about me. You just see me get on here and kick it with you and keep it real. So what does that tell you? When they fear the message that much. Who the fuck is funny? They don't fuck with you unless you dangerous. You in the group, they ain't gonna tip you good. Cheers. This is the divine time. And just like this candle was burning out, so too will there rain over our people. It's over with. See where the flame at? That's how it is right now for them. Last ember. You hear me? It's war with me and my people. We ain't backing down. We coming for everything that's ours. And right think I'm putting this high frequency album out. That's all a part of attacks. Just like when they fucking attack us, nigga. They don't attack us one way, nigga. They hit you with music and everything, nigga. Better pay attention. They don't just attack you one way. You too powerful for that. It's a we're gonna start somewhere, nigga. Start with your own business. That's an attack at the economic system. Starting your own business is an attack at the economic system. Shit your ass sing without sing some high frequency. Give a fuck if you're 72 or 7. Just make it high frequency. You gonna be changing the atmosphere. You're attacking. You know how to grow fruit. Shit, teach others. Attack. Raising your kids and not letting them raise them is now you're attacking the education system. What are we waiting for? The attack, nigga, you ain't gotta get this. Re-enlighten up your kids, growing your shit, start your own business until they spit, go all the way down. Speaking high frequency to each other, peace, God, just forgiving ourselves. Tap back in with our ancestors, going to communicate with our ancestors. And not no motherfuckers that don't look like us. That's our form of attack me. We ain't talking about what you did yesterday. We ain't caught up in no time. What you gonna do today and tomorrow? We don't care about no mistakes, none of that. You care about that. That's talk to you. In the astral realms, nobody think about that. What are you gonna do with the energy you got right now? You ain't got time to be beating yourself up, talking about what you could have, should have did. You got right now. Right now. You ain't know that back then. They ain't talking about back then. You got right now, though. They putting this shit in your face, and you getting in here thinking I'm playing proud. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, people exposing this to you. They not playing. We not playing no more. It's game time now. That's why they launching shit in the sky. These ley lines that have been activated by the Mississippians. And you are descendants of that lineage, of that blood, of that cosmic celestial force. So you can tap into that. All type of force out, lock into the realm from the divine realms to come help us. They here. Even if you can't see them yet, they are.
You need something, huh? When you rise, let me know.
And you see, they scared.
It's coming at you.
Look at Mother Nature. Look how she acting. She ain't fucking up shit that don't need to be fucked up. Don't fuck with none of this shit on the internet, social media. You see something get fucked up by nature and you want to feel sorry for them. For what? Trust me. Nature know who did. Nature know who she want. I'm not feeling sorry for no motherfucker to get fucked up fucking with nature. So there's something in your spirit or something in your karmic DNA or DEA. That's why she came on your ass. She's fighting back. She not stupid. She know exactly who the fuck she wants. So you done fucked up somewhere. She came and got your ass, nigga. She ain't just coming to get everybody. Fuck with everybody now. You done fucked up somewhere in your lineage. You done did some shit. See what I'm saying? And we might not know it, but she know it. She ain't forget it, nigga. You can fool us, you can't fool her. See what I'm saying? You fuck what avatar you come down this bitch in. She know who the fuck you is, what you did, what your granddaddy did. See what I'm saying? What his granddaddy did. See? And she see what you still trying to do now. Y'all ain't gonna be saving nowhere. We coming. We them. Ain't no stopping nothing we doing. That's what's in us. Remember, we ain't no criminals. We Atlanteans, Lemurians, Seminoles, all that, Cherokee, Aztec, call yourself all that. Gods, all that. It's all.
Look, I think the reason that Donald Trump did this, that he engaged in this whole process where, to your exact point, we didn't see an apology for hours and hours and hours and hours, is because he is a small, petty, fragile man who cannot take responsibility for his own actions. And the second reason, frankly, is because he is a racist. And we have seen Donald Trump engage in racist activity in the past, numerous times. We watched as Donald Trump took out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of 5 black kids for murdering someone who they did not murder. We saw Donald Trump start his political career by denying the citizenship of the first black president. And right now, we're watching a secret police force rove around the country so that they can round up brown and black people for the crime of being brown and black in this country. And to claim then that Donald Trump is somehow not racist is just to deny what we can all see with our own eyes.